righty, ye mateys, welcome back to Corsair's Cove for another incredibly festive and probably exceedingly chaotic installment of our Candlekeep Christmas series. As you may have gathered, I'm not Josh the Pine. Sorry, I am the Mother of Bunnies, but I won't even be DMing you this evening. That job will go to the lovely Ardanna, aka the Lorite, who has created a very special D&D Vaesen mashup for us to get into tonight and tomorrow night. How exactly is it going to work? We're not sure. We're just going to work it out as we go along. I'm sure it'll be great. There will be questions, there will be confusion, there will be Christmas spirit. And joining us with their wonderful Christmas spirit today, we have Jess the Queen Binch, Zach the Renegade Chicken, Sir Terris, DM Ardanna, and of course Jack Squarepeg below me with their little on-air sign behind that I just noticed. So, could you all please tell me a little bit about yourselves? Let us start with Jess.
Oh, let us start with me. Hi, I'm Jess. I am... sorry, I've just exited out of everything on my computer. I am a fucking genius. Very good. Zoom's still up, though. Rest of my shit's not. I'm getting there slowly. I'm playing Mrs Claws, and tonight I will be making 1d6 and some jewelry while we play. So
Solid.
Maybe I'll show you at the end. Depends if I actually do it.
Yeah. We love a little crafting. Next up, Zach. Who are you?
I'm Zach, aka the Renegade Chicken. The infection spreads, they have yet to stamp me out, and I will be here when all is dust. I'm gonna play Gavle. I'm gonna get to be my wicker goat man. And we realized before the stream, the timing of when Vaesen is set does mean that Gavle will be in Sweden before the Gävlebocken has been. I probably butchered the pronunciation of the full thing, but what is it? Before it has actually been made for the first time, so we might be about to complete the time loop. So that'll be lovely.
Oh, mess with history. Who knows? Terris, who are you?
Hello, I am Sir Terris, your friendly neighborhood ferret. Today I will be playing Hjort Horncaller, the Musator Bard, who I'm fairly sure that Musators don't exist where he's going, so that will be fun. Yay.
It's going to be a lot of weird shit in Sweden.
Yeah, specifically where he's going. They exist elsewhere.
Ardanna, tell us a little about yourself.
Hello, I'm Ardanna, or Joe, or either if most of my players have any say in it, apparently. I am the GM and channel runner over at the Lorite, and today I have stolen Josh's seat. So yeah, we'll see how this works. This is an experiment. This is gonna be chaos.
My favorite thing. And Jack.
Howdy everybody, my name is... that's true, yes, it's a very awkward thing to strap on. So hello everybody, my name is Jack, and you can find me on all the social media garbage at Jack Squarepeg. Hey mate, I knew what I was signing up for when I used that username, Jess, it's fine. Yeah, so you can find me on all the social media garbage at Jack Squarepeg. I'm a professional GM. You can find mostly horror related content. We just finished on the video game side, Alien Isolation. It was a little too long, spoilers, but it was a good time. And now we're playing On Guard, which is likely to be a shorter experience, which is basically Puss in Boots the game, but if everyone was human. It's very, very fun and colorful. And there was a joke that is great, which is like, call the guard, we are the guard. And yeah, that kind of gives you the idea. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be good times. And you can probably also find lots of different streams. We're probably going to be running a lot of stuff through Christmas as well. So check it out and thank you for the support. Also, I need to update that bio because that website does not exist anymore.
Oh dear.
There you go.
Speaking of updating things, I am Karen, sometimes known as the Mother of Bunnies. I'm former writer and internet addict. I'm one half of this here channel. You can follow me on social medias over there, or you can follow me on Blue Sky, which I have also joined, but have not added to my bio because updating things. Who's got time for that shit? You can also follow all the socials for Corsairs Cove, including Blue Sky, which I also have not updated to add. You can check out previous episodes, including of Candlekeep Christmas, over on our YouTube. Or if you just want to come, hang and chat out with these cool peeps, you can join us on our Discord, where you can share pictures of your pet, your art, ask annoying questions, or share inappropriate memes in the appropriate places. We are affiliated with two wonderful companies. The first is Wooden Forge, purveyors of Australia, if not the world's finest handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories.
They're very shiny, very good.
Dice not included.
Yeah, sadly, dice not
I want the
included.
shiny dice.
This
I
is
want
Josh's
shinies.
beautiful wooden dice keeper. He's got a lovely leather-lined lid rolling tray there. Very handsome, very sexy. And if you use that link to purchase anything, maybe for a Christmas present, I don't know, if you live in Perth and you ask nicely, they might let you pick it up. We get a little kickback, which is very nice for us. Merry Christmas. We're also affiliated with Troll Games, who are an American TTRPG company. They the people behind the Castles and Crusades system. So if you are looking for a D&D alternative, you can go check that out. They were the last publishing house for the late Gary Gygax, so they have lots of cool stuff that you can try out by following their little website over there. And I think that was all the things I had to say. So I will shut up, unless my alter ego for this evening, Druid Elf Holly Sprinkles, is called upon to do anything interesting, and pass the jingle bell encrusted reins across to Ardanna. Take it away.
All right. Where did I put my notes again? There you are.
Off to a
Okay.
flying
Anyway,
start.
thanks for
Yes,
watching,
all of
everybody. See you later.
This is my notes. I had to find where to start because I haven't written them out in a text document yet.
That's a lot of
Ah,
notes.
we're going old school.
Yeah.
I like it.
Is English?
It's English, sort of. My handwriting is atrocious, though. That's why I
I
had to
was
pause for
looking
a
on the
moment.
stream, so I wasn't sure. Because it was a tiny image. So I'm just like, ooh.
No, my handwriting is a mixture between school teacher and doctor, so you know, almost unintelligible. All right. If we are as comfortable as all of us are going to get, let's get this story started. I know, Tony, shush. Wind is softly whistling around the aged stone, fire crackling in a recently cleaned fireplace, water gently bubbling in a well-used and well-loved kettle. All of these sounds are as familiar to Algot as the creaking in his old bones. Somewhere in the castle, a mouse squeaks in fear as the chiming of the grandfather clock, newly purchased and installed in the library, chimes 5 times. Condensation fogs up the small kitchen window, and heavy snowfall nearly blocks the darkness of the winter sky. The old man scratches his long nose, then stops, as the sound of breaking wood echoes through the halls and down the staircase. Sighing deeply to himself, Algot grabs a candlestick, lights the 3 candles, then ascends the stairs to the 3rd floor landing. Candlekeep crew. You find yourselves in a precarious situation, somehow all having landed in a darkened room in a castle. What's the word I'm looking for? Moist, like moisture in the air, thick with moisture in the air, and windows
Damp.
Yes, windows frosted over and nearly impossible to see through. I would like all of you to give me a agility check.
So could I qualify that as acrobatics then?
Acrobatics or straight dexterity.
I'll take
And
acrobatics.
so it'll be a +3, so I roll 4 d6s.
You would roll 3d6s in that case.
I get to
Okay.
roll one.
No successes.
I haven't made my dice yet.
Oh, wow. Oh no, that's a 4. I couldn't read the dice. I got 1. I got 1
Oh.
success.
So did I.
I got a 3.
Let me figure this out.
I got all excited because I thought it was like the special side, but no, they're just weird dice.
No success.
Yep.
D6s.
Yeah. None on 5 rolls, unfortunately.
Oof.
Such is life.
None on 7 rolls, by the look of it.
How did Tali do?
1 success.
Let's
Okay.
go. Someone go on.
Yes.
Karen did also.
Tali lands on top of all of us, nice and comfy.
So for those wondering,
Naturally.
we're using the D&D modifiers to know how many D6s to roll because Vaesen uses D6s. So, Mrs. Claws, Gavle, and Hjort, you find yourselves in a pile. Soft pile, but a pile nonetheless. Inside the drapes of a large, finely crafted 4-poster bed. Holly and Tali, you land on your feet.
Nice.
Inside this, what looks like a bedroom, disused and covered in a thin layer of dust. It is.
On my antler.
I am biting and biting and biting.
Oh no.
Are you in cat form, Mrs. Claus, or person form right now?
Yes, cat form. It would not matter to her, though. She would bite either way.
Looking around you, it's dark. Very dark. Almost oppressively. You can see a faint light of some street lights reflecting on the snow falling outside. And it is cold in this room. The bed. Yes?
May Hjort try to cast light
Sure.
on his antlers, as he does?
Yeah.
Okay. So he will attempt this.
You do the motions to cast light on your antler, and you feel the spark, and it fizzles out.
Oh no.
Oh no, that doesn't sound promising. Don't say oh no.
So who read the book then?
Wasn't me.
That
I
was
just
doing
tried to cast
paperwork.
light and nothing happened.
I have dark. It's a good question. Never come up.
I don't.
I was just being a dickhead player. I was just,
Yeah. Any one
Well,
of you who does have dark vision, it's odd. You're used to seeing things. Does any of you have dark vision aside from Mrs.
believe
Claus
so.
and Cat?
but most
I don't.
most D&D characters have.
Yeah.
I can see in darkness and in shades of grey up to 60 feet.
I'm a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, in D&D terms, with dark vision.
Yeah, you have low light vision, but no dark vision. And in 5e, low light vision is not a thing. Which is dumb. But Holly, you look around used to the grayscale of dark vision, and it's odd. It's like you can still see, but where you're used to grayscale, it's more of a black and white, like that distinct contrast instead of a fading dark grayscale.
This may sound very odd, but I can't see in the dark as well as I might normally expect to. Tali,
Oh.
how's your eyesight doing?
I'd say about the same. I guess I hear some voices of people I'm not familiar with. Sprinkles, I think I know. I don't think I know the rest of you. Let's
I'm
just do a
Hjort.
roll call if it's
Oh.
all the same.
Yes, for those of you who can't see, hi, Sprinkles. You know, the elf with the long blonde hair and the red and white cloak. I turn
Yes,
into
yes.
animals.
Describe yourself because they can't see. Very good. It's not for a invisible
It's
audience.
definitely not for
I
anyone watching through the fourth wall. No.
I am not a furry. I am a fox, an actual fox.
Oh, I
and,
like foxes.
Yeah, with dark hair, and my forearms are missing fur, due to choices that I made to help and help little octopus children, if I remember correctly. But that didn't work out.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Reaching into acid. But yes, they're covered in tattoos. And yes, so bushy-tailed, orangey tan fur, forearms missing fur tattoos. And her name is Tali. Did I hear a Mrs. Claws
A
somewhere?
low hiss.
Oh yeah,
Like
that.
Cool.
probably about that far away from you, and you'll feel something bump into your upper shin.
I must warn you, I'm not a big fan of affectionate biting, even from my lovers. So be careful.
It's not affectionate from Mrs. Claus.
Oh,
Is
no.
that is that a problem?
Mrs.
I will
Claus
assume
do
it is
affection,
affectionate.
No, it is not. But no, she can't say that. She is currently a cat. But you will feel something like kind of bump into your upper shin.
Oh, good. Okay, we are friends. Good.
but I think I think I heard Hjort. Is that you?
Yes,
Hjort?
yes, I'm here. Hjort, the well, moose, I suppose. Mostly
You are a moose?
Moosator, but yes.
Sure.
I can't see, so I'm going to stay very still so I don't hit anyone with my antlers.
Thank
Let's just
you.
maybe try and find a wall and perhaps a sconce, something to light fire off. Was there one more person?
Yeah, I think it'll just. Right. I'm Yevle, and I think there's a bit of like sort of like rustling and kind of bumping as I think probably should have taken Hjort's sort of mindset, but is kind of scrambling up from the pile of people in the bed to try to find his feet again, probably bumping into people.
That was my ear, Yevle.
Sorry. I'm a big wooden goat. Well, sticks, but sticks are wood, I suppose.
Sticks are
Well,
wood.
Yeah.
And as you hear him bumping, you'll hear just a low voice of, certainly feel like it. Mrs. Claus, I half orc, I suppose, but if you see a white fluffy cat around, just address her as such.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Don't eat
Lost
my
someone.
mice. Did we lose
Jack!
Jack?
no!
We lost Jack. No, come back.
Oh no.
While we're waiting for Jack
worst
to
has
reappear, can I use my limited vision to see if there's like
Hey, he's back.
a light thing?
Found him.
Ah.
Yay, Jack! All right.
I just wanted to be important, so I disconnected.
So our cameras are a little. I was
think I
going to
just
say
fixed it.
I get to be Sprinkles.
Is everyone paying attention to me now? Good.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Did you hear Mrs. Claus's introduction?
I did not hear Yevle's.
Oh yeah. Then yeah, you'll hear kind of the bumping and rustling of I think a large shape sort of emerging from the bed as he sort of probably bumps into a lot of people and things trying to gain his footing again, but will get back to his feet and just I'm Yevle. I am made of sticks and ribbon, and I look kind of like a goat.
And then the low
But I
voice-
walk on two legs.
A goat stick.
low voice from the corner of, and you are sharp.
Mm.
Yes.
Mrs. Claus. I suppose, half-orc, but if you see a white cat wandering around, address her as such.
Claws.
Is her
And
name also
silence
Mrs.
again.
Claus?
Yes.
Oh.
I have
Thank
mice
you.
in my antlers. They are not for eating.
I'll let her know.
Excellent.
While they're introducing themselves, I guess I'll kind of look around and see if there's something I can like light on fire, like a sconce or something like that. The
A big
equivalent
goat
would be
made of
Zach
sticks.
looking for a white light switch, but yeah.
Okay. Holly had the same, or Sprinkles had the same idea. So, Tali
go for it.
and Sprinkles, you can both make me an investigation check because you're the only ones who can currently see anything other than
Okay.
a vague, different outline that denotes a window because
I'm
of the frost.
amazing at
and-
investigation. Watch me fucking investigate the shit out of this room.
Is that sarcasm?
It wasn't, but I just rolled the first half of my dice and got nothing, so I may have spoken too soon. Okay, I got one
Okay.
success to find somewhere to light. I definitely should have kept my big mouth shut.
Okay, well, I need to load back up my character sheet. My investigation is very good, though. That's plus 10. Okay, so
Do better than me.
7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. No, not with 10 dice.
Okay,
Oof.
but between our 18 dice, we got one success to find
Yeah.
a torch or a sconce or a light switch. Not that we'd know what that is.
All right, you look around. You don't find anything that looks like a torch sconce or candlestick or anything like that. But you do find a fireplace.
Ah,
It currently has some bits of coal and burnt wood in it. With one success, I'd say you see there's probably enough wood in there to light it up again, but it won't burn for that long.
Mm.
anybody got
other
a
than-
We
match?
don't necessarily want to be here for that long either. So,
Can I, actually, could I scrape the frost off one of the windows and try and have a look outside? Get my
Yeah,
bearings?
sure, absolutely.
Do you want me to-
Yeah, absolutely. You can. No. I mean, sure. If you want to roll to scrape frost off a window, go for it.
Like,
but
I
no.
was
You don't.
boldly assuming I could do that without checking, but you know.
Yeah, no, go for it. It's
Cool.
very. I mean, it's frost. It's cold. Your breath makes it fog up against, so you kind of have to wipe it off as you peer outside. You can see maybe 10 foot outside because of the snowfall, and you realize that you're on the 3rd floor of a large building. Below you, you can see light coming out from windows, but very sparse.
Right. Well, we're about 3 floors up, and it's very dark outside. This is what I've got.
Does it look like the grounds of the Candlekeep out there?
No, it does not. I think it's safe to say we are not in Candlekeep anymore.
I was waiting for it.
that feels
Does anyone remember what they were doing before we turned up here by any chance?
I was
do
sleeping.
we GM?
Yeah.
Were we
yeah,
doing
sure.
anything in particular for this to
What
happen?
were we doing?
Oh, yeah, good question. Before I say anything, what were we doing?
I don't know about you guys, but I was playing with that weird orb that we have.
The wall.
Well, considering that, if I remember right, most of you were in a strange corridor in a desert.
Oh, so we've been yoinked out of that adventure into this one.
Yes.
Does that mean I have the hilt of the Sunblade on me?
Yeah.
Bet.
I don't
completely
remember
useless
this, so
here.
I don't think I was there.
No, I
No.
think this was from some of the ones that were played last week.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
on the-
Oh
on the
no!
stream.
Oh no.
We'll just. Hmm,
He'd just come out of there too, so just
that's.
I think it's just I was in the bathtub.
Tali, Tali, you remember reading, going through bookshelves in Candlekeep, and you were sent to check up on the other group that had been sent to. I don't remember the name of the desert, but you picked up that book, flipped through it, and then you found yourself in this room.
Okay. Well, apparently I was instructed to check up on all of you, and now I'm here. So,
Right.
Oh.
Hmm.
I don't think I've ever been pulled out mid-story before. Or at least not into another story.
Oh, that's the first time for everything, I suppose.
story?
Maybe that's the wrong word to use, but out of character for a second, I'm imagining, because what is it? The whole thing is like we tend to read books and either get sucked into them or whisked off somewhere to do something with it. He just kind of, he thinks of it like that. So he's saying like mid-mission.
I assumed it was an in-character thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, he'll just...
I usually have some downtime between adventures, I suppose. I'm going to have to start bathing with my clothes on, as you can hear him rustling as he's and arguing with some mice as he's trying to get his pants off of them because he had them on his antlers, hung them up to dry on his antlers.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Built-in washing line for bath time.
Poor Hjort's like, I usually get a bath.
Hjort, you also realize that you're laying in the valley of a broken bed. So when you landed, because of the weight of the three of you, you just crashed through this bed.
I'm going to have to pay for that.
Does this room smell musty? Or does it smell like kempt?
It smells a little dusty, but not moldy.
My thought was immediately, oh god, is this Leighton's room? Have we just ruined Leighton's bed? No.
No, it smells dusty and unused, but not moldy.
Doesn't exactly seem like it's a nice bed. That makes you feel less guilty.
Anyone who wants can roll me a vigilance check, which would be your perception.
Perception.
Yeah. Why not, right?
I also have one dice to this.
Let me find my dice roller.
Perception?
One.
You're a druid. Your perception should be pretty good.
Oh,
Not
I
for the
got
type of druid I am.
2 successes that time.
9,
Hey.
10, 11.
I have 13 wisdom, babe.
Now roll.
Ah, fair. Yep.
I'm a Circle of the Moon druid.
That's
I don't use spells. I don't use spells.
That's 3 successes for me.
Ooh.
Wow.
Nice.
I actually got one.
Okay.
I'll take it.
So Hjort was the highest.
Yeah.
I think with 3. If you needed 1, so if you want to bank the other 2, you can.
I will happily bank the other 2.
So anyone who got more than 1 success can bank the excess. You can bank up to 10 total.
I will bank my second one as well.
I got 0, so I'm under the bed. Just
Okay.
You're under Hjort.
Crash.
Guys, a moose got me again.
So, Hjort, you will be the first one to notice the steps of someone approaching at a firm but leisurely pace. And under the door, you see flickering candlelight. The rest... And as you say that, you hear door handle, and the door swings open, and in the door stands a humanoid figure. It looks like on the older side, holding a candle holder with 3 candles burning in it.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. No.
What are we doing? Are we
We
doing
need-
barbershop? Hello, hello,
Hello.
hello,
Yes.
No! We come accidentally, but in
dear.
peace.
Says pointing at the bed.
The man
We'll
looks
pay for it.
The man looks between all of you, confused. And tries to it looks like he's trying to figure something out. And
Giving us
lifts
both pal.
lifts a hand and just in some form of which ones of you speak Sylvan?
Me.
I do.
Nope.
Okay, Gavle and Sprinkles, you would understand that he is in broken Sylvan saying, "Please wait, I fetch help."
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
We can
Thank
wait.
you. He said
And-
he's going to help us.
We just have to wait here. And hopefully this is a good help and not a coming back with a bunch of people with swords kind of help.
And
I am not venison.
Don't worry, we
Um,
won't let him eat you. That would be rude.
the man vanishes from the doorway. You see the candlelight disappearing down the hallway, and about a few minutes later, returning, and on his shoulder sits a fairy.
Oh. Hello, friend.
Oh, hello.
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 Ow.
And in Sylvan, she'll quickly speak to addressing all of you, but she doesn't know which ones of you that can understand her. She'll say, "Oh, well, this is interesting. It's not always we have guests here. Well, we do have guests, but not of my kind."
Oh.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
I assume someone is translating as this is happening.
Yeah,
To
yeah,
which I will
Actually,
respond live.
Actually, I
Yeah.
do also think, in Sylvan, he'll actually briefly add, actually, no, he'll say in common, just, can you understand this? And then he'll try Sylvan and just, could you understand that?
No.
Okay. That's tricky.
I don't suppose you could tell us where we are?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you had a ride. Oh, no. Okay, then I understand. You are at Casa Gyllenkreutz.
What?
And Sprinkles will kind of translate with that. Has anyone heard of this place?
Are you
he will-
still speaking Sylvan to me?
No,
Sprinkles?
he will.
What did you say?
He will turn in common. We'll just Castle Gyllenkreutz.
Bless you.
I think he'll turn back around. So we don't know how we got here.
Oh,
We all just kind of appeared, and
Ah,
we're kind of used to it, but
We're
this
sorry.
is unusual.
like,
Right.
Are we near Faerun or Waterdeep or Baldur's Gate?
Amblewood?
I unfortunately have no idea what you're talking about. You are in the country of Sweden, in a city called Uppsala.
What's a Sweden? Oh, he wouldn't
Oh.
understand that.
Have
What's
you
it?
heard of Oh, this is good, not good.
I think he's gonna while she's thinking. I think Yevil is just gonna kind of like lean back and puts the hand like this as if to be subtle, but doesn't really modulate his volume at all. And I think in common to the rest of the group, we'll just. I think we've gone into planar.
Oh.
Oh,
I wonder if they speak Draconic.
now, do you have a map of our current location by any chance?
Well, we have a city map. If oh yes, give me a and I can actually grab you a map of the country.
If they're about to go grab one, I do think Yevil will add them. Also, if you have a world map, that might be good.
We live in a house, a very fine house in a country.
Oh, I'm not sure if they have a world map. There might be one in the library if you want to check that out. Although we do have a little bit of
Oh gosh.
She turns to the man, the older man, and just says something very quickly in a language none of you understand. He responds and nods at her.
Is it Swedish?
Yes.
Excellent.
I mean, unless any of you actually speak Swedish. But no.
I know someone who does. Yes, you.
Yes, me. And she turns back to the group and you are free to use the library. The owners of this castle are not here at the moment. They're out on a mission. But you are free to use the library, and there might be some disturbances going on in the castle. Please don't mind if things fall off shelves or...
Have you got ghosts?
Yes.
Oh. And he's gonna turn around and in common just go, apparently they have ghosts.
Okay.
Oh,
Finally, something that we
about that.
can have common language about.
Do you want to be rid of them?
Well, that would be nice, but ghosts are not that easy to get rid of.
That's true.
What do you mean? You just hit them until they run out of HP?
Hjort's magic didn't work before.
Oh.
That might be difficult.
Just to check, he's going to try and cast light again on his antlers.
You get that same brief spark, and then it fades away.
It's broken.
Oh. Yes, magic, as far as I know, and I'm not that old, but there might be something in the library about it. But as far as I know, magic is not inherent to this world.
Oh. Well, that's inconvenient.
I mean, I can use magic, some magic, but it takes a lot out of me. I know others who can. That one of the owners is starting to learn magic.
Oh.
Okay. Well, maybe you should better show us this library, and we can see if we can work out maybe where we are, and
Okay.
maybe that will lead to why we're here.
Okay. So if you follow me, then you just arrived. And it's evening. Would you like something to eat or drink?
Cat perks up.
Thank you. Is anyone else hungry? She's offering us food.
Sure, why not?
I was going to eat after I'd finished my bath, so I could. But...
Are you bathing right now in the dark?
I was bathing when I got here. It's okay. I've got my pants. I think now that there's light, you can see that most of his upper torso is still covered in bubbles.
Ah,
Like he was and damp. He was
I
having
think you need to. I think
bath.
you need to bite the bullet and either ask for a bath so you can finish, or just wipe it off. I don't know how beneficial it is to keep
He
it
sort
on
of
you.
he sort of looks at you and
Carry
looks
half a
down at
bubble bath
himself.
around you.
Yeah, just looks down at himself, just and then much like a dog shaking water from his coat, just a complete full body shake, sending foam
A
everywhere.
loud hiss from the corner of the room. Claws
Oh.
out. She's coming for you.
Oh, sorry.
Can I roll to attack? Not to harm, but just to sink my claws into poor Hjort.
I mean, sure.
What should I roll?
It's your damage it's your attack modifier.
Roll
Excellent.
that many dice.
Unarmed, it's a +9.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, and so if we came from mid-mission, I assume that means that like all of our, for those of us who came from there, all of our abilities that were spent are still spent. Our hit points are still at the same level they were.
Yep.
Cool. So I'm down to half. Good.
Plus 2 6s. I don't want to do any damage. I just want to scare him a little.
Non-lethal clawing.
Ouch.
So bored.
Oh, not bored. Just he's over it. Just
This happens often.
This is a thing again.
Could you take us to the library first, maybe? If we can find some maps, that might be good. We think we might not be from here.
No, it sounds like you're not.
no, we're not.
So, getting the distinct impression we're not from around here.
Well, if you follow me, and I'll show you the way to the library. And she hops off the older man's shoulder, and then turns to him and quick discussion back and forth. He disappears again down the stairs, and you see the fairy's wings light up slightly to provide a light so you don't actually fall down the stairs.
She can do it.
I'm guessing
Sure.
that Hjort has to sort of sidestep down those stairs.
They're wide. It's a wide staircase at first, and it's open most of the way up. So if you
Excellent.
remember the entryway to the castle from previous
Yep.
Vaesen adventures, it's a wide staircase that leads up and then splits off. And then up to the third floor is two staircases on the sides. There are about 10 feet wide on either side.
Excellent. So he shouldn't have too much trouble. I do have
No.
a question. With how magic is right now, one of my mice is awakened. Is it still awakened?
Seems like it.
Ooh.
Excellent.
If you want, you can give me a. Doesn't really apply for Vaesen, but an Arcana check.
I can give that a go. Let me.
It would be
find
logic in Vaesen, but an
No.
Arcana check.
Arcana. That's a +1, so I will roll 1d6.
Remember, you have a few D6s banked as well if you need it.
That's 3.
Yeah, I rolled a 3, so I will take one of my banked d6s. Just
Okay.
to figure this out.
You get a feeling that the light cantrip might work, but you need to focus on it longer.
Oh.
It's not instant like you're used to. It might take a while of focus to get it to work.
Okay. So as they're moving down, he will attempt that, I guess.
Yeah. And as you're concentrating and casting, you realize it takes almost a minute for your antler to light up.
Ooh.
Oh.
Still works, but it's a lot slower.
Slower. Very slow.
So now you have glowing moose antlers to light your way.
Yes.
Ooh, good. You can still do that.
It took more effort.
Like magic is dulled here.
Yes.
I'm not sure that I like this place.
It's odd to be sure.
Yeah. I think Yevla, despite having no proclivity towards books or libraries, normally seems very keen to get to the library, and I think appears, for those who do know him, nervous.
Whereas Tali's pretty much home is in some library or some office or another, so she she wouldn't be excited, but she'd be like, okay.
Mrs.
Sure, if you
Claus
get
is...
your
Sorry.
Yep. Okay.
No, you're good.
No.
I was going to say Mrs. Claus is fiending for that food she was offered.
All right. You are led down one flight of stairs that seem to... So the room you're coming from, you're led out, and then almost directly to your right is a staircase that leads down. And Linnea then leads you to the left along what looks like a long central staircase leading down to a set of large wooden doors. You're led along this almost balcony-looking area up to another set of large wooden doors that are slightly open. And you see her put a hand on one of the doors, stop for a moment, and then the door starts opening on its own.
Oh.
And just enough to lead most of you in. Hjort, you would have to open it a little bit more or squeeze to get in without damaging your antlers.
Yeah, he'll open a little bit more and then sort of sidestep through.
Yep. You step into a round almost tower-looking room. Where you're at, you can... Let's see, it's the second floor. You look down, and you can see this round room spreading out in front of you. You're on what looks like almost like a catwalk. And to the left and right of you are bookshelves with ladders leading up them. Looking down, you can see a fireplace with a low fire in it and more bookshelves along tall frosted windows, barely visible through pulled thick dark green curtains. They seem to have been pulled almost close to keep the cold out.
This is cozy. In glancing around, one assumes that a lot of these books would have their titles on the spines. Are they in a language I speak or read in this case?
Give me a quick investigation check.
Ooh.
Have we tried other languages on these people other than Common and Sylvan?
No.
That is...
Okay, that was 2 successes.
And I can't wait for the discovery that Swedish is a 1-to-1 match to Primordial.
I would like to attempt to speak in Draconic to see if anyone understands that. Just, I think, to the Fae lady. Just Do you understand this?
Let me check. Uh, she looks over at you, Hjort, and you see her eye twitching. And then, in Draconic, she replies, "Yes."
What do you call this language where you are from?
Oh, here it's called the language of the lindworm.
Oh. Where I am from, it is Draconic.
Oh, that makes sense. Lindworms are a type of dragons.
Ah, excellent.
Coincidentally, that's why where the masters of the house are, masters and mistress of the house are out checking out.
Lindworm.
A dragon?
No,
Oh,
lindworm.
I don't speak Draconic, so I have no idea what you're fucking saying.
I would
Yeah, no,
translate for you.
yeah.
Well, I hope it doesn't eat them.
Oh, same. I like them. And switching back to Sylvan, she looks at the others. Now, is there anything I can help you with?
Was I able to read any of the book spines? With 2 successes?
With 2 successes, most of the books are in languages. What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Druidic, Elvish, Gnomish, Sylvan, and... Oh, I can do telepathy. I can speak telepathically. But I don't know if that works if we don't have a common language.
Well, it generally does, but I could be wrong.
Most of the books the titles are in a language you don't understand, but you do find a couple that are in Elvish, and 3 that looks like they are in Sylvan.
I'll pull one off at random and kind of flick through it to get an idea of what it's about.
Okay, so let's see. Okay. The one you pull out is in Elvish, and it deals with beings such as the brook horse or will-o-wisps, the type of creatures that live off of either luring people away or scaring people away from certain areas.
Oh, Mrs. Claws.
Yes.
Okay, and was there a map or anything anywhere that we'd asked about?
Oh yeah. Might have to ask for help with that because I don't know that any of us could locate it, given it's likely one of the ones written in Swedish.
Yeah, good job.
If you ask the fairy, she'll first of all go, "Oh, where are my manners? I am so terribly sorry. My name is Linnea. I am the house matron here, and the old man you met, his name is Algot. He's the butler and caretaker of the estate. You wanted maps? I believe there are some. Yes. If you well, it's easier if I show you. And she's gonna flitter down a spiral staircase that leads down to the first floor.
Mrs. Claus is gonna half follow, half chase her.
Seeing you trying to chase the tiny fairy, Hjort is going to try and sort of pick you up gently around the middle.
Biting and biting and biting and biting. Kicking interlude.
She looks up, back and forth, and just, it's over here, this bookshelf. And you see where she's pointing is basically a cabinet filled with scrolls.
Ooh.
It's very familiar to you who live at Candlekeep, but as you approach, and pull one out, you can see that all of them are maps.
Oh.
They have some strange little markings in a lot of places around the coast where Victor has sighted really creepy looking birds. They're just normal seagulls.
No,
We're in the library proper,
I was
right?
gonna say no, yeah, out of character. Nope, because if he has a map with bird markings on it, he keeps that on his person.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We're in the library proper at the moment, yes?
Yes.
There are probably cat beds everywhere.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I go and
Tali.
sleep in one.
Tali, what languages do you speak?
Common. That's it.
Okay then.
Oh,
I love that.
That's amazing.
I mean, I've been that person. When everyone else.
I am that
actually-
person.
I am that person. as well. It's like, what do you speak? English, and some bad English.
And some thieves can't.
I wish I knew others. My partner is very dedicatedly learning Japanese. I respect bilingual people, not just because I'm a nice person, but because they are objectively better than me. And anyone who
Numbers.
shits on bilingual people for not speaking English very well can fuck themselves.
Right.
Because I barely speak English.
Right.
Anyway.
For real.
Yeah. So, some of the languages, Tali, you would recognize, but you don't understand because
Okay.
Candlekeep has a lot of text in different languages. Some of them
Sure.
look familiar, but there are none that you actually understand. But the maps seem to be following a similar, what's the word I'm looking for? Convention when
Okay.
drawn. And so it's pretty easy for you to pick out that, okay, this is coastline, this is forest, this is large cities, these are smaller cities.
I know you're trying to be kind to me, but I love the fact that you're saying when drawn. So you're basically kindly saying you look at the pictures.
I know,
which
I
is
know.
great.
Most
The
of these
book
maps,
aficionado.
most of these maps.
I promise you, I'm smart, guys. My character's very smart. She just isn't
Mine's
bilingual.
Yeah,
Fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
I mean, but no, the writing on most of these, none of you understand.
Sure.
It's but it's a map. How different can you make a map? And you recognize.
Okay, so sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say
No?
that you recognize like the words Linnea used are written on a couple of them, like Sweden, Uppsala, things like that.
Right.
But actually,
Okay, so yeah.
any one of you who want can make me either a religion or history check.
That would be a 1 dice.
Plus
for me,
4
so
either way.
I will
This is a
roll.
very strange question, but would this pertain to recalling information about fae, fiends, or undead?
No,
Excellent.
it would not.
With my 1 dice, I rolled a 5.
That's fair.
We're
I have
very-
a -1 in both of those, so I'm not even gonna roll.
I
Very
rolled no
lucky.
successes, so
Oof.
I do have. I think that we still have 2 banked if we need.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
lucky
Maybe
I'm
we
asleep
should.
in the corner because
I
I
think
also have a
anyone passed.
-1.
I don't think anybody passed, so
No.
Okay.
maybe
I
we should
reckon
just
use
use
a
one of the
bank,
banked
yeah.
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 we
do
used
it.
a banked success.
Okay. So yeah, with the bank success, you would recall that in the greater multiverse, there is a far off planet, far off realm from Faerun and from Toril called Earth. No one really has connections to them because it's like you have to hop several different universes to get there. And it doesn't exist in realm space where Toril is located. So you have to go through the astral sea and like all the way through to get there.
And frankly, they're just not worth the effort.
Yeah, basically. And Earth is a plane of existence that doesn't have magic inherently. There are magical creatures, but primordial magic doesn't exist.
Oh.
But with that one bank success, you do recognize the name and that it is part of the extended multiverse.
Oh. Is anyone else picking up what I'm picking up? Are we on Earth?
I believe it's
Oh, I
pronounced
hope not.
ART. Yes.
Hjort.
ART.
Little
yes.
mew of
Hjort.
agreement from a bed in the corner. Tali's right.
I hope we're not there.
But if we are, how on earth did we get here? That's like...
Oh, good. That was a nice full circle for you.
I imagine the Candlekeep.
How on
wants
earth?
to
No.
Yes. I imagine the Candlekeep wants to see if there's something.
I really wish they would communicate better.
That's
Well,
pretty.
when you're a crotchety old ooh. When you're a crotchety old building, I guess communication is probably not your strong point.
That is to ask for forgiveness, maybe.
Information.
Mrs. Claws, could I please have a agility or a dexterity saving throw from you?
Is it because I'm in this bed? It's one dice. I'm going to roll my new dice. Well, that's a 5.
You making yourself comfortable on one of the numerous cat beds spread around this library. You notice out of the corner of your eye a book shifting. Not in time to avoid it, but just like bouncing out of the way. The book lands on your tail.
Oh no.
So
with
she's
the
not going to
crashing.
overreact. She's just going to get up and fucking sprint out of the room, crash down the staircase.
Whoa, whoa!
I'll go get her.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'll go
Okay.
get her. Mrs. Claus.
Come
Please
back.
come.
Distant sounds of like classic cartoon around something breaking.
It was just a book.
Bang, crash.
You're okay. Come back.
Lucky she didn't overreact. That could have been bad.
Would you like a treat?
Yeah.
Slightly quieter banging and crashing.
Yeah, he's
She'll make
following
her
the
way
banging
back.
and crashing.
She makes her way back a little bit at a time.
And he'll hand her a little bit of dried fish from his rations and pick her up. Just, would you like to sit on my antlers? You may not eat my mice.
She'll let herself
Are
get
this-
picked up for the fish.
Are the staff people nearby that I can ask them questions?
As Mrs. Claus rushes out of the room and Hjort follows, the two of them see Algot coming with a tray with what
Yeah.
looks like sandwiches and a kettle of tea. So he'll follow them in and put it down on one of the lower tables in the center of the library.
Local cat
Algot,
is into the
was
milk
it?
jug.
Algot was your name? I am hoping that you may be able to help us. We are a little at a loss as to, long story short, it sounds like you deal with weird things here too. So we often find ourselves in places and we have to figure out why. And hopefully deal with the problem so that we can go back home until we inevitably end up somewhere else without being asked for consent. It's a whole thing. So the do you have any more specific information, or could you help us look in the right places so that we could, I'm guessing it has something to do with your ghost problem. that is the most prevalent thing in your... it's happening here in the castle or in town or...
For expedience sake, I'm going to say that you say
I'll be
that they
translating,
translate,
yeah.
Linnea so we don't have to do the whole
Yeah, I
translation
assume so.
dance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he strokes his pointed chin for a moment and that seems like a real problem, yes.
Hmm.
Haven't had an issue like that here, but it could be. We did get a new tome a while back,
Mm-hmm.
and the ghost living here is I do believe it's a separate problem, but he only lives here.
You think they could be correlated?
They could be. The
Do you
ghost
know
has.
where this book is?
Mrs. Claus is hissing at a book that's on the ground.
Is it that one that just scared the bejeebus out of the cat?
No, that one is an older one. I do believe the new one is on the second floor.
All right.
Second floor.
Third
Yeah, I'll go ahead in that
shelf.
direction.
Honestly, 90% of our jobs is dealing with weird books, so if you have a weird book...
That's a good start. Yeah.
We have several weird books. This one is the new one, the one I'm thinking of. It's the third shelf from the window.
I will
Beware
grab that
of
book.
beware of the ghost.
Oh, okay. I will just speak out as I'm walking and just go, just having a look. If this is your book, I'm not planning to take it. Okay. Okay. And I'll go grab the book.
All right.
I'll kind of follow along enough to keep Tali in eyesight, so Tali's never alone in this weird library on a different plane. but not close enough that, Tali feels like, he's being stalked.
No, whatever.
Did you say that the
You could just
second
walk
floor
next to
was
me.
like railings or walkways up above, as opposed to like a second floor?
Yeah, it's like a a wider kind of catwalk situation where it's almost 6 feet wide from bookshelf to railing.
Mm-hmm.
And there are bookshelves along the wall with ladders leading up to the top shelves.
Mm.
The bookshelves themselves are maybe 12 feet tall at the highest point.
Mm-hmm. I think in that case, Yevla is going to stay on the ground floor, just kind of nearby, so that if a ghost decides to try to push Tali off an edge or something, I can try to catch them. But also is going
Does
to...
everyone think I'm an invalid? Like I can catch myself?
We just don't trust
On the
this
second
place,
floor?
You're just looking after me. I appreciate it. I just don't know what I get. Oh, but watch out for her. Look, I'm 31. I'm not an old woman.
And also, just as a sort of personal safety thing, you can see, I think Yevla is going to pull out his halberd, but is just going to kind of rest it against one of the bookshelves in sight, because I don't know if it'll work here, but it's technically a weapon of warning. And so I'm hoping that if the ghost decides to come near me or start messing with things on the bookshelves near me, then I'll sort of maybe get a little bit of a glow to give me an indication.
Yep.
Sorry, I just realized something very funny about, yes, I will break your fall with a fuck ton of really sharp sticks.
Well, I don't catch you with the sharp parts.
Ideally.
That would be like
okay.
Hjort standing under somewhere so someone can get impaled on his antlers.
I mean, it being winter, they would probably fall off if that was the case.
Hjort's about to shed for the first time ever and have the shit scared out of him.
swear this never happened.
No, he shed last year. actually.
Oh yeah,
Oh, they
All right.
did.
Tali, give me a investigation check.
Okay.
Nice.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
8,
10,
10,
11, 12.
Well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh
6.
no.
Very niche reference for all the Aussie kids.
Yeah, I think Ardanna's just what.
Any Sesame Street kids of a certain age.
Mm.
Just the pinball
Oh
graphics.
shit! Yeah, no, it is Sesame Street, isn't it?
No. 12.
Sesame Street got to Sweden when I was 15.
Wow. Ooh, that's pretty,
So
Jess.
pretty. I love it.
It's my Christmas dice that I just finished making and immediately rolled a 5.
They got
And a 2.
1, 6, ace.
And a
1,
2.
6, ace.
Nice. All right. Takes you maybe a minute to locate the book because it stands out.
Okay.
While most of the other books are bound in leather or cloth,
Sure.
this one seems to have been bound in wood and
Okay.
has this really nice sheen to it where it's kind of a... What's that wood? I don't know the name of it, but it's like a dark, almost mahogany type, and it shifts from a deep brown to almost gray black along it. And it has really nice writing on the wooden back. So when I say it's bound in wood, you have a wooden spine and then leather straps holding the wooden sides together with the spine.
Sounds very pretty.
Yeah. Okay then. I will grab it, but I'll be cautious. I'll probably take it
Yeah.
over to a table and probably just look up at first and go, if this belongs to you, I'm going to open it. Okay. No objections. Last call. Okie dokie. And I will, one last polite thing. I'll just go on the wood just in case it lives in the, I don't know. It's all weird shit.
Yeah.
And just politely knock like it's a door. And if there's no response,
Okay.
then I will open the book.
Yep. You open the book to a finely drawn illumination on the first page.
Okay.
And it seems to wrap around the top and the left side in twisting vines that move and paint like almost like a combination of willow branches and roots along the side. And the text itself seems to deal with interplanar travel.
Okie dokie. This seems right.
That can't be anything to do with us. We should leave that
Not
alone.
really. Anyway, Sprinkles, I think this is irrelevant. Let's go.
Yeah.
What language is it in?
Not one I
looking
can
at-
speak, starting right now.
Well, I can read it, so I assume
probably
basic beach.
So that first finely drawn page is kind of, if you've ever seen the Rosetta Stone, the original, it is in 3 different paragraphs in 3 different languages. The first one, the first 2 you don't understand. The last one is in common.
Oh, okay.
And flipping
I will
each
read the ones
page-
I can read, please.
Yeah. So flipping through it, you see that each page, while not as finely drawn or decorated, each follow that 3 paragraph structure with the top first 2 paragraphs being in languages you can't read and the last one being in common. And it deals with interplanar travel and how to deal with what's essentially jet lag, and time dilation between the different planes. It doesn't mention the multiverse, but it talks about the different planes of existence. And
Okay. Anything
what-
specific about how to get back?
Yes, that would be handy, huh?
Actually,
Or maybe
if we
some
can't,
equivalent of like, there's another version of this book back in where you came from, and you just need to move. I don't know, but like, yeah, we're trying to figure out a return trip, so I'm gonna look for that.
also, if we can't find a way back, it may take a few days, but I think I can get everyone but me back.
Yes, but then
You're still here.
Yes.
yeah. So that's not an option, friend.
I am just saying, if all is lost, I will
I
make that
appreciate it.
sacrifice and hope that they don't turn on me and turn me into a stew once you.
No.
Hopefully that won't be necessary.
Do you need a hug? Are you okay? Like what? That was very grim.
One thing about Hjort is that he is desperate to sacrifice himself.
No, that's
Oh,
Leighton.
he's one of those. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Oh no, I dropped my pencil. Hjort, could you pick it up? It would be such a
Yes.
sacrifice. Thank you. I will be so grateful.
I don't suppose either of you, and I'm speaking to the fairy and the man. I suppose either of you could describe this goat if you've seen it.
Well, he looks like, you know, those old drawings of really bad witches, you know, with the top hat and the moss cloak and the fungus growing on their faces, and you know that?
Like hags.
Yes, exactly.
Mm.
Except
We've dealt with that.
a man and kind of, you know, stooped.
Oh.
Sort of
he's
folk man.
yes, exactly like that. Oh wait, almost like that. It's kind of hard to explain. I don't. Do you know who the Moss Men are?
Might
The
have
cat
something.
is shaking its head.
Can I just make an intelligence check to figure
sure.
it out?
Yep.
Actually, I'm just looking
If it's
because
an int check, the cat's really shaking its head.
yeah, unfortunately, I have advantage on all int checks to remember things about creatures, but I also have a -1 to every int check, so I don't think that I get to roll. So
So that's intelligence. I've got a -1 to that. I'm not going to be helpful.
I only have +2. in
Same.
I succeeded, so
Hey!
Nice.
I was
It's like,
trying
is
to
anyone
say
of this
that.
party intelligent?
Yes.
So while not common in Faerun or on the Sword Coast in particular, Mossmen are a variant of the Will-O-Wisp that instead they are like a cross between a Will-O-Wisp and a Banshee.
That was a very, very game Will-O-Wisp then, wasn't it?
So
Now describe what I have recalled.
Yep. So their thing is that they are undead. They are tall as elves, generally like a high elf, but they glow like will-o-wisps and tend to lead people astray to kill them, just like a will-o-wisp does.
Bro, I'm gonna be led so astray.
Just this cat chasing a glowing man
astray.
around the house. Like a laser pointer, but a whole person.
Yeah.
Oh no.
and so I think he'll quickly turn to the butler and the fairy, and we'll just So you said that since the ghost was here, but since the book arrived, the ghost has been agitated.
Yes.
When you say
Could you-
agitated, is it like just knocking things over, or is it actively trying to, hurt people?
Normally, and while the masters and mistress of the house are home, it doesn't really try to do anything. But when it's just me and Algot, it gets very active and agitated. It's tried to attack Algot a few times. I haven't really discerned a pattern, but mostly just knocking things over, throwing things across the room, making places colder, things like that.
Could I have the book for a moment? And would hold his hands out towards Tali.
Hello?
I heard my name. What happened?
Oh, just he's asked if he could hold the book for a moment.
Okay.
The wooden sort of one, and I think you'll see him sort of like grab it, and again like his eyes in kind of snowman fashion are just sort of like stones that are just kind of like knocked into the wooden stuff. So he doesn't really express facially much, but there'd be a shifting of the twigs as I think, and he holds it really close to his face as you get the impression that he is focusing very hard. He's probably going to have to hold this for a few minutes, but I'm going to try to use Bloodhunter's Grim Psychometry on the book.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. So what exactly does that do?
So Grim Psychometry is so you gain a supernatural talent for discerning the secrets surrounding mysterious relics or places touched by evil. Whenever you make an intelligence history check to recall information about the sinister or tragic history of an object that you are touching, you have advantage on the check, and at the DM's discretion, a suitably high roll might cause your character to experience brief visions of the past connected to the object.
Okay.
I remember
So
this one.
yeah, I remember it. So I would say that you would need to probably focus on it for, say, about 20 minutes, to the point where you go into an almost like trance-like state. And yeah, roll me a history check.
So, I'd be curious to know how you rule this works, because I do have advantage on this check, but I also have a -1, and I don't think I can roll negative dice. So how would you
No.
like to handle it?
So advantage gives you 1 extra die in Vaesen.
So do we just want to say roll 1 dice? The advantage makes it possible.
if you have normally if you have a negative or no points in a skill, you roll 2 dice and take the lowest. In this case, you have advantage, so you would roll 1 die, and that would be your die.
So roll 1. Yep.
Yeah.
Come on.
And we still have one in the bank? Or we
Yeah, you still have one.
I was going to say, would people be okay with using it?
That would be, yeah.
Yeah.
I did roll a 4, which is not a 6. So if we could use the banked success, I would appreciate it, but I will be fine either way.
I think we should.
I think, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm good.
Sweet.
After standing or after holding the book for and staring at it for roughly, say, 15-20 minutes, your mind starts to go a little bit funny as your vision unfocuses, and that was strangely called. You look at the shifting deep brown to dark gray wood that you're holding. And for a moment, it seems to shift, as if moving back and forth slightly, almost twisting into a knot in the wood and then unshifting again. And suddenly a flood of images just pass through your mind. And you realize that this is like traveling through from world to world to world to world, almost like you would do for Candlekeep during your trips, but all of the instances where this book was in the presence of a similar effect coming all at once.
Right.
And it's almost like you and the book are tumbling through the connection between the planes. And suddenly landing here. And you look around you in the library, but you don't see the library you were currently in. The room you're looking around in is cold, abandoned, books missing from the bookshelves. The fireplace is cold. The large windows are shattered. And there are no drapes hanging in front of the windows. All the furniture has been water damaged or torn by the elements. And you see the book lying on its side next to the fireplace. Half open, slightly damaged. And you see an old man reach down to it and then look up quickly as a sound is heard from the doors. And another man steps in, young, spry, with pointed ears, almost like hollies or sprinkles, and long nose, pointed chin, and the younger man points to the old one, wags his finger as if and then the vision vanishes.
So, just for my own clarity, sounds kind of almost like Rumpelstiltskin-ish, this extra figure. Okay.
Sort of. It's the younger figure is very familiar to you. You can't put your finger on why though.
Okay. So, and then after that, do I snap back or?
Yeah, you snap back into the current reality.
Okay.
Oh,
Did it work? You kind of went all for a moment there.
Yes,
He does that.
It just took longer than normal. So it's definitely not from here, and I don't know that the ghost is either. I saw an old man who sounded like what you described, and points at Algot. But he was reaching for the book, and then a strange looking fellow with pointy everything, like ears, nose, chin, kind of
Like
told him
Dolph?
off. Does it look like I've met Dolph plenty of times? Does it look like Dolph?
No.
Dolph is a servant. So
Yeah, no.
So,
This description
Give me
is all familiar
a-
to me.
I mean, if all of you who want can give me a, what would that be? What would it be to recall? It would be an intelligence to recall memories. Yeah.
Can I try
Okay.
to bardically inspire someone?
Yeah, sure.
Who is
I have a
the
minus
most
one.
intelligent?
Not
Yeah.
it.
Me, but I already got 2 successes, so I'm good.
Woo!
Okay.
Oh, boom!
So I roll 2 and take the lowest. It's a 5 and a 2. Don't worry about it.
I will inspire and she can use it for this or something else. Miss Sprinkles.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. I rolled 2 and got nothing, so let's roll another one. And more nothing! I remember nothing. I know nothing. I am.
So Tali, you got 2 successes, right?
Yes.
The description that did anyone else get a success?
I did not roll.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it.
Look, we're
no,
not very
so-
intelligent, okay? I'm very wise.
Okay, so Tali, the description that Gavle gave you, aside from the pointy ears, is a look. It reminds you of the butler, Algot.
Oh.
He
Okay.
currently has rounded ears and is currently wearing what looks like a hat. You guess to keep the cold at bay, but very pointed chin, very pointed, although a bit looks like it was broken at some point. Nose.
Is he in the room?
Yeah, I'd say so. He came in with the tray with the food, and then you started asking him questions. He hasn't left yet.
Does he seem to be reacting in any way, given that Yevil is saying these things?
Describing him.
Give me a insight check.
Okay. Three dice. Okay. No.
Yeah, no, he looks. How to describe that? You know that look that waiters have when you start asking them a bunch of questions, and they're like, "Yes, I'm trying to be polite now, and I kind of want to get on with my job, but okay."
Tim
yes."
Curry in Home Alone 2? Yeah.
Yeah, basically like, yes, hurry this along, but not wanting to be rude because you're guests.
Even though
Okay.
we crashed in and broke a bed out of nowhere.
Yes.
Very good of him, really.
I didn't.
nice
I
guy.
was just a cat. What are you talking about?
Just a baby.
Exact. This guy gets it.
It was my fat Lucy ass that did it. I know.
But we love
You love the walking carpet. Excellent.
you. Good for
Hjort.
scratching.
Did
dear.
Yevil get done describing the...
Oh yeah, I think just the very last part will just and he like shook his finger at the old man, and then I got snapped back. So maybe they've also been displaced.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So we still don't know where this ghost is. We don't know where the pointy thing is. I mean, since I failed, that's what Tali believes anyway. I mean, I guess I'll just be straight up and just, if it looks similar to Algid, I'll just say, does that ring a bell, Algid? I know you want to get back to work, so last question.
Oh. Well, the old man described sounds familiar. There is a There is a list of castle owners here somewhere. I can have Linnea, would you be a dear? And she flies off, rummages through a bookshelf near where the maps were, or maps are, and she pulls out a ledger, and you can see like she's trying to lift it and just whoomp, down on the ground because it's too heavy for her small foot.
I will help.
Yes, I was going to say Hjort would help pick that up, but if Mrs. Claws wants to,
I will do this. I believe in myself. I'm good for nothing for this
I believe
intermediary
in
stuff. I think the small white cat, who is very strong, can lift this tome so easy. I drag it over with my teeth.
Yeah, and she drags it over. Well, with the help of Mrs. Claus, Linnea manages to get the ledger over to the table and
Teamwork.
up on the table, and it's like a big leather-bound tome-looking thing. And she starts like and flipping through it until about 100 years previously, she stops and points at a row in the ledger. And you can see, as she's flipping pages, there's a huge gap in ownership of this castle, maybe 150 years. Until a new owner shows up. And and you see her point at a line about 2 lines down. So the first 2 owners are not interested, but the third one she points at, and well, the description from what you said, Straw Goat Man, sounds like this one. His name was Daniel Vik. How do you translate that? Daniel Bay in I guess would be the closest translation. He didn't live here that long, if I remember right. I didn't really. Oh, I wasn't here then, but from what I've been told, he didn't live here per se, but he came here to visit a lot, and he tried to renovate the place, but then he vanished.
Did he vanish in the house? Or did he go somewhere and never come back?
I'm not sure. I have only lived here for the past 10 or so years. I was brought here by the previous owners of this place before the current masters and mistress of the house moved in.
Linnea really just hit us with the bro. I just work here.
Yeah, basically. I just work. I have.
Incredible.
But maybe that's a yeah, that could be an inquiry. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to translate what I can, and okay, Hjort. It's a shame that you just stepped away.
I've just stepped away, but I can unmute to respond.
Well, I was going to ask you to make a dexterity save.
If you want to do
As
that
the
for
ghost
me,
tackles you.
Well, how many dice is that? I don't know. I don't have your.
I'll be like a minute.
Okay. We can do other things while we wait. You. Okay. Let's do this instead. Okay. There we go. So as Linnea is relaying the story to you, you all see Algot reacting to something, and then you hear the chiming of something. I don't know if it would be too early for grandfather clocks in Faerun, but you hear a chime go off. And he turns around and just gives a slight bow and excuses himself from the library and starts walking over to another part of the castle itself. Mrs. Claws.
Okay, I can make that save now.
Yes.
It was a dex save?
Yes.
Okay, so I need 7 dice.
Mrs. Claus, you would guess that Algot is probably walking back to the kitchens. You saw him coming from that area with the tray earlier.
Yeah. Would you guys mind if I were to split the party and maybe go to the kitchen?
That's 2
I
successes.
Yeah, if you want to go.
I'm gonna go kitchen.
All right.
I'm right at his heels, mewing. Just
He's like, cat, come on. Okay. Follow me then.
she's going. She go with him.
I like to think Algort's used to demanding cats by this point.
Yes. Though usually, yeah. Though usually the cat in question doesn't have fur, this one does. But yeah, you follow Algot and into the kitchen, and after just being around his feet for a moment, he walks over to what looks like a what's that called? A pantry, and picks out a small wooden, like a small barrel with a lid, and picks out what looks like a dried fish and holds it out to Mrs. Claus.
Local lady goes absolutely insane. I'm taking this fish.
Yep.
I eat it on the kitchen floor.
Yep. Meanwhile, over at the library, Hjort,
I got 2 successes.
yep, looking around, you hear a clanking sound, and without any issue, you manage to dodge as the metal kettle comes flying at your head.
Whoa! Bad ghost!
Excuse me? That wasn't very nice at all.
Hot water and hot, fragrant water goes flying everywhere, and the lid of the kettle clangs against the floor as it tumbles away.
I was going to drink that. No.
Oi! Spirit! Show yourself! State your business! And Holly, like, draws, like, her scimitar. And it's just like, enough of this!
Queen.
We will help you, should you ask us to! And I speak many languages!
Holly,
Don't know why
could
that's
you
funny.
please-
Sorry.
Holly, please make me a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh. I don't have 2 dice for this. Okay.
I'm not sure it works for saving throws, but I believe I did give you inspo.
Depends on what
Automatically.
type of bard you are.
Inspiration. All inspiration
Yeah.
can be used in saving throws.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking about Valor bards that can add to damage rolls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that is no saves on 3 dice, so I am at the mercy of this thing.
You are getting body checked.
Did you use your inspo?
I did. I rolled 3 dice and I got no successes. But I want to
Okay.
see what. I also kind of want to see what happens. So
Yeah. As you pull out the scimitar and start moving around, a sharp pain just blooms across your shoulder, and it looks like the skin under your clothing just opens up.
ow!
Never mind, you're just getting
Oh.
stabbed.
Oh, that's like the meta knowledge for a second, but when we played the last session, that was one of the spells that the dude who owned this book could cast. Remember that
Yeah.
Alfred, Jack's character, has started learning.
Yep. And
And Holly will kind of shrug off her cloak and like pull her like the sleeve of her robe down, like that was uncalled for, sir or madam.
and yeah, a deep gash is going from your clavicle all the way down to your elbow.
Damn! Is healing word gonna work if I cast that on myself?
It just
You can
takes a
try.
few
Have you got
minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah, it will probably take a while.
Hmm.
And
As long as it's not life-threatening, I'm prepared
Yeah.
to kind of get someone to help me bandage it up and...
it
Tough it out.
it's probably, from what you can tell, give me a medicine check real quick.
Hey, I'm better at those. Touch wood.
Yay.
Like, you still have movement in the arm that's or the hand
I-
that's not holding the scimitar.
I
So
rolled 2 2s, 2 3s, and a 4.
well, from what you can tell, there is a lot going on there, and while you have movement in your hand, so it didn't hurt anything that important, and you can tell you're not bleeding out. It hurts a lot. It's a deep gash, and
So,
you should probably have that seen too.
so while the smart people are doing smart people things, Hjort will try to cast healing word on that.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check.
Arcana check. Why did I roll a d20? One moment, please. I'm a moron. That's a nat 1 for none.
Oh,
One
unlucky.
for no successes.
You're not entirely sure, given that you know from previously that casting spells probably take a lot longer here than you're used to. You're not sure how long it will take. You're decently certain that it might work, but it will take a while.
I mean, the smart people are smarting, so he can at
Yeah.
least attempt that while
And I'm
Yep.
in a kitchen.
yeah.
Mrs. Claus
Yeah.
is getting snacks, Sprinkles is getting slashed open from neck to elbow.
Mrs. Claus didn't know.
Yeah, I think what is it? Yevla is actually going to go pick up his halberd, and then just kind of, I think, holds it like not again like in a threatening way, but almost at the ready, and is just going to. I don't know how long this is going to take, so but maybe this will help. And he's gonna start like again. You see, he's like you hear the kind of like wood bending sound as his hands tighten. So there's a magical thing that I can do called Brand of Castigation as a blood hunter, which is normally just
Ooh.
when you hit someone, you then do this as like an extra effect on top of it, kind of like a smite.
Okay.
I'm assuming that now takes concerted effort, and so he's effectively charging up to it. He assumes like he's kind of getting ready, so that hopefully if this thing comes near us in a way that I can sort of fathom, I would like to try to smack it.
Can I try and see in the meantime if there's a pattern to its attacks? Because I've noticed that I have not been attacked yet, and it's not like I haven't been like. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what was the correlation. Were they all alone? Did they get too near the book? Was there anything in common that they did that drew the wrath, or is this just a pissy ghost?
Give me a. What would that be?
Well, it is definitely a pissy ghost.
Yeah, that too.
Straight up intelligence to connect the
Don't
dots.
even need to roll. He's an asshole.
It's like 2 successes. You divine that the ghost is a jerk.
2 5s. That's as close as I got, I'm afraid.
Close.
Yeah.
Well, you do. Yes. You are very sure that there is a pattern, because 2 5s are very close to successes. But you're sure there is a pattern, but you can't see it yet.
And then I can't see the ghost either. Do I know where it happened? Like, are they all in the same-ish location?
both things happen on the ground floor of the library,
Right. Which I'm
close to
not
the
currently
center.
on.
Yeah,
Close
you're
to
not
the
currently
center.
on the ground floor. Close to the center of the ground floor. And as you're looking around, trying to connect these dots, trying to see like, okay, what is going on? What's happening here? I think we should take a break there because we've been going for 2 hours now.
Valid.
Yay.
Valid. Okay.
Okay.
Everyone refresh your drinks and rehydrate, stretch your legs. We will be back hopefully in 10 minutes. Say goodbye for now, everybody.
Bye for now, everybody.
Hello, welcome back. How are y'all doing? I hope you got some something to drink, something to snack on, unhydrated, rehydrated, all that fun stuff. We are ready to hop back in to the story where a certain someone is getting more active.
Oh dear.
So, last we saw our adventurers. Tali was standing on the walkway on the second floor, looking over the scene where a kettle of hot tea had just been thrown across the room, and Sprinkles had got her arm all cut up, and Tali was trying to figure out trying to connect the dots of why certain people were attacked and where. Let's see. Looking around, you can see the small fairy, Linnea, in a nook by the door, just cowering a little bit, looking around. Gavle is holding a halberd out, ready to strike, and Holly, while bleeding, still holding the scimitar, I'm guessing.
Yeah, if it's in my good hand, I've still got it.
Yeah. And yeah, Hjort is trying to figure out how long it will take to cast healing on you. Or healing word, I think.
Yes.
So he's focusing on that. So, what would you guys like to do?
Can I look around the room, and basically I want to try and work out if there's any kind of signs of the ghost presence. Like, can I see like a little heat mirage simmer, or does fabric like waft when it goes by as if there's a breeze? Is there kind of any sign of supernatural movement in this room that I can see?
In the meantime, while that's happening, I'll probably instruct everyone to try and like make a circle so that we're all like close together.
I will eat
and
some
keeping an eye out in all directions.
Yep. Mrs. Claus is still in the kitchen with
I will
Albert.
eat some dish in the kitchen as well.
Yeah.
Say, yeah.
Yeah.
I will shout out for Mrs. Claus.
Yeah. Sprinkles, please give me a perception check.
Okay.
Now, this is going to be a difficult check, so you will need 2 or more successes. Anyone?
That is 2
who wants-
successes!
Nice.
Nice.
I was gonna say anyone who wants can help you to give you an extra die, but you don't need it. You got 2
I'll
successes.
help.
Woo!
You're in the kitchen.
It's okay.
It's very busy eating.
Yes.
Priorities, right?
Indeed.
As you're looking around you, you see not exactly like, it's not really a heat mirage, but you know that kind of, I don't remember the name of it, but there's an effect where light that flows through.
Refraction?
No, like
Dimmer?
sort of a refraction, but it's like, you know, when the steam casts a shadow on the wall.
Is it specific to water?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
that is called something else.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's basically like if you have a light source on one end and then you have heat a heat mirage coming up, and then it looks like if you have a white wall, you can see the shadow of that heat on the wall. It has a very specific name. I don't remember what it is, but
Know what
you
you
can
mean,
see, yeah, you can see something similar, like the light cast from the fireplace seemed to pass through something that casts this smoky kind of shadow against like the white pale floor. The floor itself is stone, and while it's not white stone, it's very, very pale gray, and you can see that kind of shadow on the floor.
Cool. I think my spells are going to take. What I would like to do is try and flick some of my own blood. Since I'm bleeding and that's a liquid, I would like to flick some of my own blood from my wounded arm towards where I kind of perceive this kind of shadow or smoke thing to be, in the hope that the two things will interact somehow.
It's the old paintball strategy.
Yeah. Bloody paintball strategy from
Tag an
Sprinkles.
invisible creature with a paintball so you can watch the splash move around.
Look, it was the liquid I had to hand, okay?
All right.
Don't worry about it, Josh.
You do that, and for a brief moment, you see drops suspended in the air before they vanish. It's roughly 2 feet from the small table in front of the fireplace. So you're standing on one side of the table, flicking it towards where, like in the middle between the fireplace and the shadow. And a few drops seem to just get stuck in the air for maybe 10, 12 seconds before they vanish.
If that is the case, when we see them hit the thing and before it vanishes, given I've got a pretty good reach with a halberd, can I just swing for this thing? Because I really want to try to land Brand of Castigation.
Yep, sure. Roll your attack modifier.
Cool. So that is 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on.
Come on, baby.
1, 6.
Okay. You swing your halberd towards where these few drops of blood was suspended in the air, and you see your halberd make contact with something in the air that shimmers slightly as it passes through, and for a brief moment you get this image that you heard described before. The hunched over male humanoid figure, greenish blue light encompassing it, like the whole thing. Ratty hair, mossy, kind of looks like moss. It's kind of hard to tell because like white blue light instead of actual colors, but it looks like moss in texture, making up the entire cloak. But just for that brief moment as your halberd passes through it.
Because I took the time to prep it first, am I able to try to apply my effect?
Yes, I'd say you can.
Excellent.
So,
well, then in that case, I did have to take a little bit of damage to activate it, unfortunately. Ouch. But what is it? So the way it works is basically if it deals damage to me or one of my allies, as long as I'm standing within 5 feet of you guys, it'll take a little bit of psychic damage back, which is nice.
Excellent.
It can't take the dash action, and it can't. Oh, well, sorry. And if it tries to, again, like this is all in D&D terms, but
Yeah.
if it tries to teleport or leave to another plane of existence, it has to make a saving throw, and if it fails, it takes a bunch of damage and fails to teleport. And the last thing is, and the main reason I wanted it is, you always know the direction to the branded creature as long as it's on the same plane as you.
All right. So,
I don't have a way to actually expose its position to everyone else, but I can at least track it.
Oh, I do.
all right. So you see the halberd pass through it, and for that brief moment, the form flickers, and Gavle, you see an outline of it, and you see it reform after the halberd passes through, seemingly completely unharmed.
That didn't bother it as much as I was hoping it would.
And then, let's see.
A lot of hunting from the DM.
Success. Gavle, you watch it turn its head towards you, and this odd kind of amalgamation of a skull covered in fungus glares at you, gives you a half-cocked smirk, and then pops up, and is now standing behind you.
Oh shit.
Oh, I think so. This thing just moves fast then, right?
I rolled one success to see if it could. I rolled
Teleport,
10
yeah.
dice for magic effects. I got one success.
Gotcha.
The others
So
were
it
under a
got to-
4.
So yeah, it teleported behind me. I think as soon as he, even though it doesn't seem to hurt it, he'll just like, now I can track where it is. And then almost as soon as he's finished saying that, just whoop, and turns around as he senses it behind him.
Yeah. I need you to make
Very
me a Constitution saving throw.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
6 dice. One success.
Okay. You feel a tickling along your shoulders, kind of reminiscent of the few times I'm guessing bugs got into you. And you hear a few of the twigs snapping, but it doesn't deal any damage.
Just hear just that little angry kind of like.
Yeah, and turning around, looking at this specter, you see the creature's hand held up and doing a slashing motion.
So is it like actually revealed to us now?
It's revealed to you. You can see it. The others cannot see it.
I can fix that. Or anyone else has another. Sorry, you go.
Yeah.
No, you go.
Karen?
Are you coming back up from the kitchen?
Yeah, Karen, sorry, did you have something?
Yeah, because I can speak telepathically to any creature as long as we share a language.
Yeah.
And it's essentially casting the detect thought spells, but I can do it without a spell slot one time.
Okay.
And then I have to use spell slots to do it. So if I kind of have a rough idea of where this thing is, could I try and do that?
Well,
See
if you want to try to have an idea of where it is, if that might help the roll more, I'd be okay to try to.
Yeah,
help with
you would
that first, if you prefer.
give me a perception check to see if you hear what's going on, because you're still in the kitchen.
Okay.
Getting all the treats. Mrs. Claws having a great day.
Yes.
So if I have a +1, it's 1 dice, right?
Yeah, unless someone.
Yeah, do we
Unless
have
you want-
anything I can burn?
I don't think you have any banked right now.
Would Tali calling out be classified as help?
Yeah, sure.
Ooh.
It would echo through the halls.
I've got a 1 and a 6.
Nice.
So
Nice.
the 1 doesn't cancel anything out.
No.
Success.
So you hear
I made a
Tali
good
call
dice.
out, and then you hear crashing sounds and movement.
Okay, Tali, you called out about the ghost. About the ghost, right?
I said get together and keep an eye out. Let's just say it was for a ghost because I didn't actually say the words. I
Yeah.
probably would. I think you could assume that if she's using her danger voice, it's probably because of a threat, which you could assume is the ghost that we're reading about.
Sweet. All right. So the pantry's open, right?
Yes.
Flower.
I'm getting into the flour.
Nice.
All
right.
Yes.
She's gonna roll herself in flour and sprint upstairs.
Oh my god, the
Okay.
mess. The basic characters are
everywhere.
gonna come home to.
You have now
Yeah.
made a mortal enemy of Algot.
I'll clean it up.
Mr.
Yeah.
Smithers.
That
Out in the
Yeah,
means-
Smithers in the
you-
urinal go, no.
You hear Algot call out something like you could probably guess is blasted cat.
How does one say blasted cat in Swedish? I'm curious.
Förbannade katt.
That's even better.
That's good.
That
Oh.
means cursed cat. So, you know.
Oh dear.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm gonna fucking lap this room. Like, this is getting
Okay.
on that ghost, and hopefully that will help Karen's roll.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
By the power of flour.
And
Flower
friendship.
power.
Yes, flower power.
Okay, let's. Oh wait, he does.
That'd make a good T-shirt, actually. Just flower power with just a deranged cat leaving a cloud of powder behind it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good shirt.
You know, sorry to
Oh.
interrupt there, Karen. I just wanted
Oh,
to
God,
like,
I've
if I can give you
adopted
an extra
Hjort's laugh.
dice.
Okay, so this is what can happen when you have a disadvantage on a roll.
Uh-oh.
Mm,
Whoops.
So yeah, Ghost is now covered in flour.
Yes.
nice.
So I
So
can
is Gavle.
awesome. So I can
Oh,
see
everybody is.
I can see the outline of the ghost. The ghost now looks like
Yeah.
a traditional ghost, a white figure.
It's not completely covered, but you see splotches of flour attached to something right next to Gavle.
My job here is done.
Cool.
I didn't do anything.
I will try my level
What do you
best.
mean your work is done?
It's like going back to the kitchen now for more snacks. Bye. Well, now I've got now I've got a fresh location. I would like to
Yep.
try and detect its thought.
Okay. Roll me an Arcana check.
With help from the flower, or does that cancel that disadvantage?
Detect thoughts. Wouldn't help or hinder either way.
I have one success.
All right. That's what you needed because I rolled one as well. You managed to peer into the ghost's mind.
What do I find there? What is it thinking right?
Right now, you get a blast of. First, you get a blast of cold,
Ooh.
like something like something akin to brain freeze.
Oh.
Yeah, and then just a cascade of anger and hatred and desperation and just a rambling of find a book,
Oosh.
find a path, just find my way, find a home, find a book.
Interesting.
Oh, goodness.
And I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw. No, a
Uh-oh.
Wisdom save. My bad. It's a Wisdom save.
Ah, I'm great at
Druid
those.
win. So somewhere in those thoughts,
I shouldn't
is very
crow
similar.
when I'm like, oh, I'm great at that. And then I'm like, no, shut up, Karen.
Yeah, no, true, that did happen last time.
Alice.
Somewhere in those thoughts, similar to
Really
Algon's
done.
blasted cat.
Yes.
I got 1 success. Is that enough?
Unfortunately not. You needed 2.
No.
However, with 1 success, you are not bolting scared from the room.
Okay.
You are, however, frightened by the just bombardment of hateful thoughts. You do manage to keep control of your own body, so you're not running away, but you're almost frozen in place.
So anyone who's watching Holly will watch her kind of sink to her knees a little bit, kind of clutching her bleeding arm.
Oh.
And just fierce concentration to keep the detect thoughts going in the face of this kind of
And this
Little
was
cat nudge.
wave of hate.
And this was a consequence of the detect thoughts connection, not of it acting on her, right?
No, it's not acting on her. It's just the stream of hate coming towards anything that listens in.
Holly doesn't want to give the game away just yet that she's reading its mind. So instead, she's just gonna wonder aloud. It's why is it angry? What is it doing here? Just to see if she can trigger any surface level thoughts that might give her a bit more. She has her suspicions, but she'd like
Hjort,
confirmation.
who is worried about Holly because she's acting oddly, is going to wander over and bardically inspire, if possible.
Okay.
I'm still working on that healing word.
All right. So healing word is a bonus action, which means it takes about, say, 3 seconds to cast instead of 6. So I'd say it's
probably happened.
Yeah. So the healing word, as you walk over, you see Holly's arm starts to slowly stitch itself back together again.
Oh, that's much better.
Well, I don't want you bleeding out all over the floor.
Oh no, that'd be very inconsiderate. Has my flowered friend thought anything different, or is it still just the same stream of?
As you're focusing further, you see, instead of just looking around, it seems to just suddenly focus directly at you, Holly, and then start moving towards you. It's still hard to tell because mostly it's basically like a calico cat, but only the yellow is showing. Everything else is just invisible. So you see part of the face that is covered in flour just turns towards you and it starts moving towards you. And once again, it's going to lift a hand and point towards you. And I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh noes.
Now, I did try and inspire you as well, so you might...
Yes. This would be a directed attack, Gavle.
Yeah. Well then, by the way that it's written in regular D&D,
yep.
That just says that increases to, once again, twice your Hemocraft modifier. So he'll take 4 psychic damage in D&D terms for attacking one of my friends.
Okay.
I only got 1 success again.
Okay.
I just rolled 22 dice and got 2 6s.
I rolled 2 and got 1 before, so
It's bollocks, I say, bollocks.
Yes.
You should. I'll send you this dice that I just made. It rolled a 6.
Oh, thank you.
I got you.
You see this thing coming towards you, Holly, and once again, that terrible sensation of wanting to flee just floods through you, but your body does not move. And as you're trying to like right yourself, you feel your muscles just lock in place.
Oh no.
Can I still speak?
Haltingly, it's basically the paralyzed, stunned effect from D&D.
Holly's gonna kind of stammer out. I can help you if you let me.
All right. Tali.
Which is a bit of a bluff. She's not sure she can, but you know. She also doesn't want to die.
I must say, Tali's keeping an eye out, but she's like, she can figure smart things out, but I'm not sure she knows what quite to do right now. But yes, GM, go ahead.
Yes, give me a perception check.
Okay.
Gavle, you notice that while the normally your skills deal damage as you would expect.
Not here.
Not here.
5 is the closest I got.
Okay. Again, it's like it's so frustratingly close. You know there's something down there. You know there's something about this area, but you cannot put your finger on it. Like what exactly? There's something happening here that you're so close to figuring out what it is.
Interesting.
And Gavle, there's not even a twitch, as if it took damage at all.
Yevla's lost. Really? Like, he can see where the thing is now, and I think has taken up duty as a wooden signpost with one arm pointing in the direction of the thing, and is just keeping it there and rotating to follow it wherever it moves to make sure we always know exactly where it is. Obviously, the flower is also doing a lot of work for it right now, but just in case that wears off, he's going to sort of keep pointing. But I think,
All right.
he's not the sharpest tool in the shed for sure.
Why are all of these intelligence based?
I mean, you can give me another roll. You better at investigation than perception.
10
dice versus 3.
I mean, sure. You know what? Gavle keeps pointing to where the ghost is at all times, and because the others haven't moved, the ghost hasn't moved away from the area at all. You can also see these white splotches of flour, and it's currently just focusing in on sprinkles. Give me a straight... Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Because perception was just to see if there was something particular, like sweeping to find. Now you're focusing in on what's happening.
1.
Okay. There's something about the fireplace.
Okay.
Ooh.
The ghost, anyone, and like it clicks in your mind. Anyone who's gotten too close to the fireplace has been attacked.
Fireplace.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. Are we close to it currently?
So the room itself, the library itself, is maybe 20 foot in diameter. So everything is pretty close by. If you're still up on the catwalk area, you're about 15 feet. No, not 15. What's that? 10 feet up from where the others are. And it's a spiral staircase.
We're together in a circle.
Okay. Then you would be about say at most 5 feet away.
Okay,
If
I'm
you're
gonna
standing-
basically say as loud as I can, back up, and I will get my arms under Sprinkle and
Yeah.
just kind of shimmy, hopefully together, just away from the fireplace, just to see what effect that has. In the meantime, I'm going to basically kind of like, this is like the most tense drunk conga line you've ever seen. I'm trying to get myself to
Okay.
where I can see if there's any markings or significant things on the fireplace as we back up away from it. And I'll say, because I heard what Sprinkle said,
Yeah.
I don't know what your problem is, but we are backing away from the fireplace. Something tells me that you either like it or you hate it. You can talk to us. It seems like you're in a bit of a shitty spot at the moment. Yes?
Like, because you're dragging Sprinkles, she'll kind of like look up and he's like, very angry. It's to go home. It's looking for the book.
The book.
Oh, dear.
Where is the book? I say that out loud. Where is the book? Where is the wooden book? Where's the book?
I think, what is it? Yevle was holding his weapons, but he was the last one to have it. So I guess he'd just sort of like
Yeah.
go to the table that he was standing next to and pick it up and sort of pass it over.
I'll put my hands up throw it like a basketball player. Like, come on, quick!
Mrs.
Go on.
Claus.
Okay.
Mrs. Claus will divert from what her last course of action was about to be, which was going to be running into the ashes of the fireplace to try to get more shit all over the ghost. Thank
Okay.
you,
Don't do that.
Jack.
Don't
Because
do
the
that.
library isn't dirty enough as it is.
And then if everyone else is backed up, I'm going to break and be a fighter finally, and go over and just go. And I'll put the book over the fireplace, and I don't know if there's a fire or not. I'm not sure if that matters.
There's a lit fire in there. It's giving most of the light to the library, and as you do, this whole time you've seen the flower-covered part of the face of this ghost follow you, like tracking your movements, and then as soon as you put the book over the fireplace, you see the figure straighten up, and something flashing in the eye that you can see.
I have a very quick hand, friend. I wouldn't.
And give me a, what would that be? Persuasion or intimidation, your choice.
Okay.
Can I still hear its thoughts?
I actually.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
It's turned from this whole jumble of hatred and anger and longing to
Could I
tinged
basically,
with panic.
rather than, because I'm not, she means it. She will do it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not bluffing. The reason I'm
Yep.
saying that is because I have minuses, but in the instance of this, it's more about my quickness, right? So I'm like,
Yeah.
I've done all this, and like all this, I'm basically like, okay, what do you think? And I'm trying to give nothing away. Basically, it's a situation of like, come on, what are you doing?
In some
And I'm
instances,
hoping that'll be enough.
In some instances, you can use strength as part of an intimidation check.
Okay,
So
that makes
if
sense.
that's better for you, that I'd allow that.
How does inspiration work from the bard? Is that an extra die?
Yeah, it's an extra die.
Terris?
Yes,
possibly?
I can do
Question
that.
mark?
I can absolutely do that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Let's see.
One success.
Okay. Let's
So
see.
rather than trying to be charismatic in the traditional sense, I'll just do the Pirates of the Caribbean thing with the locket. If
Yep.
you know what I mean. Except with the book, I'll just let it slip a little bit and just go.
Aw!
Yeah. So once again, I rolled with disadvantage, and this is what I rolled.
Ooh!
There you go.
Nice.
So for that brief moment where the book drops slightly, the ghostly image backs away, and then let me see. It's 2 more.
I've never seen a ghost shit its pants before.
Okay, I
A
think I
yellow
just-
liquid appears on the floor of the library.
I think I
mist.
just stole every success for the next game.
Oh
Right.
god.
So I rolled 10 dice for this guy's control over magic, and I rolled 5 successes.
Ooh!
Sure.
No, like. Oh no,
Oh no, he didn't mean
I'm-
sure. as in-
Wild.
I'm
Okay,
confirming.
no, yeah, and
I'm agreeing.
Hand-
I am listening.
half visible hand raised. The ghost backs away, and then vanishes.
Ooh.
That success roll was to see if he can teleport away.
I do know the
Uh,
direction that he is still. Can
Yes.
I? And I think he's still
So-
just operating on whatever, and would just fully just point to whatever direction, because I don't think
Yeah.
I get any sense of
And-
distance. Just heading.
You watch the flower fall for a moment, and then Gavle, you get a ping from the 3rd floor.
Linnea. That's her name, the fairy. We are going to need any books on what hurts a ghost.
Or one of
All
those
right.
moss bogmen things.
That thing. Yeah.
Uh,
we need to
All
find
right.
any book. And he's speaking in Draconic. We need to know how to deal with this thing.
I'm going to hang about, and Algot and anyone else willing, we're going to make ourselves a little trap here. And I want to basically make a sort of hanging rack, almost like a spice rack, but for the book to hang out on, with my foot on like a pressure plate sort of thing.
Yeah.
So that way I can have my hands free
Good old
just
dead
go-
man switch.
and just wait.
We're doing
Yeah.
Scooby Doo shit here.
And Hjort
All
is
right.
going to dig around in his disguise kit that he's got for some reason and hand Mrs. Claws every bottle of hair dye he owns or fur dye he owns. Just
And
for the
in
ghost.
true Scooby Doo fashion, I'm gonna fuck everything up. Let's go. I
As
am
you're
gonna roll in hair dye in the corner of the library.
as
Oh.
you're setting up for this trap, you look around, and in this tense moment, I need Gavle, Mrs. Claws, and Sprinkles to roll me wisdom saving throws.
Oh no.
Because these have been going so well for me.
Also, he has.
Am
I-
What is it? He did sort of turn the point upwards.
Yep.
And then we'll just, if it changes again, we'll continue to do so.
What
got
success! I've rolled 3 wisdom saves, 33 dice. 3.
I got 2 on 6 dice.
How? How are you
Yay.
doing this? This is
I like
outrageous.
this guy, and I like this guy.
Two.
Okay.
Do I need to roll as well?
No, just those 3.
No. Okay.
As you're all setting up to trap this ghost, looking around, suddenly Sprinkles, Mrs. Claus, and Gavle stop in place
Uh-oh.
and start to fade.
Oh, damn it.
Now, the 3 of you have a chance here because you, all of you succeeded, right?
No, I failed.
Okay. So, Mrs. Claus and Sprinkles, you have a chance to choose where you will pop out. Gavle, you are thrown to the winds.
Sweet.
And you see yourself, like, the whole
love that for
library
me.
starts fading for the 3 of you, fading away.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, Mrs. Claus and Sprinkles, you realize that, oh shit, it's that teleporting bullshit again. Gavle, you're like, okay, what? And then poof, gone.
Yeah.
I would like to try and land in the section of the library dedicated to bog monsters. So if I do get blabbed back, I'll be freshly, like, boned up on my weird moss-covered swamp dudes.
All right.
My rainbow-colored cat self is now going, I guess, directly to whoever's the most in charge. Be
Okay.
like, hey, we've gone into planar. Santa, help!
The Scarlet Sage!
Oh,
All right.
no.
Not him.
Hjort and Tali, you see your three companions start fading as if washed out of the reality around you. And nothing. No sounds, no sense at all surrounding this. Trap is set. Everything is ready, except you, the two of you are standing there alone and lost in a different plane of existence from your normal one. And that is where we're going to pick up tomorrow.
Evil.
Nice. Very good.
So, the whole experience thing from Vaesen doesn't really apply here. So, but for those who are unfamiliar with the system, normally at the end of each session, you will tally up your experience points. It's 8 questions that you answer, and for each question you can answer yes to, you get 1 experience point. 5 points total gives you a bonus or a level up. And normally we would do these questions, but they don't really apply here because leveling is different in D&D.
Yeah.
And because that I know that it's late for you guys, let's do favorite moments instead.
Okay.
So,
Great.
Okay, so anyone who wants in chat can roll a d6 to see who we start praising.
Who will be
Let's
attacked
go.
with praise first?
Attack.
Exclamation
Attack.
roll space 6, chat.
Yes, indeed.
Cricket.
Like that.
Cricket. Boop,
Got
boop.
a 4.
I'm not watching the
was
overlay,
me.
so I don't.
Okay. I just rolled a 4 to demo, but someone else is welcome.
Yeah. We could start there.
Yes.
Yeah, let's start with the 4. So, who's number 4? I'm not watching the overlay, so I don't know.
What corner are we starting from? Bottom left, going around?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, that makes 4 me. Flatter me. Quickly.
All right, so we're flattering Karen right now.
Communicating with the ghost. It was cute.
Yes.
Mhm.
It was
Yes. I really like that, yeah.
I like the flinging of the blood. Very clever. Very
Pocket
clever.
sand, but blood.
I like the reaction to actually being sliced. Like the, hey, like, bro, like the way that you were just kind of like, that's a bit rude, rather than, oh no, I've just been gashed, like, across my chest and collarbone by an invisible source. Just like, that was unnecessary.
I'm trying to, in my head, figure out how that would work. Because in Vaesen, you can take damage 4 times and then you're out. But for a level 13 druid, how much damage would that have to deal to be a 1/4 of your total hit points?
Ooh, let me have a quick look. Let's do some math.
Yeah.
Oh, so it
like
actually works
25.
out really great because I have 81 hit points, which divides neatly by 4. So yeah, you would have had to do 20 and 1/4 hit damage in one go.
Yeah. So that's basically like it's basically an inflict wounds. It's
Nearly
just
cut my arm
across.
off, little bastard.
Oh dear.
That was
No,
aggressively Aussie.
It was. I think.
I've still got to go. I was going to say,
Zach's like, I'm
I
great.
was originally going to say also actually the sort of lash out in response to getting attacked I thought that was excellent. Also, though, I'll say I think just electing to hold the what was it, the effect regardless, even once you started, like once you opened it and realized like, oh, this is bad and it's doing bad things to me, but electing to stick to it anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like got us some very useful information, in spite of the fact that it was potentially very dangerous and or dubious.
Not fun. Suboptimal.
Yeah, I liked at the start. Not to do my favorite moment instead of tagging on to someone else. At the very start, when the first reaction was to check outside. Like, first reaction was, oh shit, I can't see anything. Second reaction was, I wonder where we're at. And walk to the window and just look outside.
Occasionally, I'm practical.
Can't relate.
Like, my favorite moment will probably be flicking the blood at the ghost. But so as not to repeat myself, it's a bit of a combined favorite Tali moment. Like, Sprinkle's just been on the floor stunned, being basically psychically assaulted by this ghost, and then just getting dragged away and just be like, it's so angry. But Tali's dragging her away. I enjoyed that. She's like, you have no idea how cross this thing is. It's really mad.
I love that.
I enjoyed that.
Amazing.
You're like, bro, I didn't even do anything.
I just brandished my sword and said some shit. Yep.
Usually when I talk shit, I get laughed at.
They're like, "Puh, you're a druid, just squishy as fuck."
Oh dear.
Oh,
All right, who's next? So, D5 in chat.
Oh no.
no one else is gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because I'm sneaky.
I'm stuck.
Ooh, she's sneaky.
Well, go for it.
I'm
Too slow. I did it again. Number 3, which is Hjort.
Hjort.
Love Hjort.
Oh no.
Hjort being naked, except for a whole lot of bubbles initially.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, guys, if I need to make the ultimate sacrifice, I guess that's all right. Why is that
Bro keeps
option
saying, why is it option 1 every session?
He feels as though he'd eventually get back, but he can banish you all, in theory, if need be.
Oh, yeah, that would work, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll also tack on. I think what is it? Hjort having his little realization moment where realizing like just that magic takes longer, just going like light cantrip, light cantrip, light cantrip like 4 times in the opening sequence and going it just doesn't work, and then watching someone else do it and going and then getting mad enough that he just held it. It was like, oh, it just takes a minute. Okay.
Have to really want it.
I'm gonna take a selfish moment here and say going after Mrs. Claws when she didn't overreact to the book.
That was mine.
Totally.
See?
Oh, sorry.
Totally not an overreaction.
Oh yeah, imagine if
No,
she had
definitely
overreacted.
not.
That would have been disastrous.
Oh yeah, if you had overreacted, you would have torn the book apart.
Oh dear.
Glad she didn't overreact.
I know, right?
Oh man, if she torn the book apart, that guy would have lost his noodle. More than he already clearly has lost his noodle. But
Oh no, imagine Annika's response to seeing a book torn apart. No! And, you know,
Oh, dear.
cat claws.
I'm
tackles
so
the cat to the ground. Like, how dare you?
Well, the only cat that you know of is Ambrose.
Oh, Ambrose would be brutally framed for the crime.
I have
well,
a new
These little
goal. Is to
white hairs
frame
coming
Ambrose.
from the.
Whiskers.
come back. There's
And
just
they're rainbow
fucking
at this point.
powder and shit all over the library, and Linnea's just like, so you guys aren't gonna believe this, but a whole bunch of Vaesen just appeared in the castle and did this, but they killed the ghost.
But also one of them turned into a cat and put flour everywhere. Annika,
Yeah.
don't go in the
Most
library.
excellent.
No, so having to amend my favorite moments slightly, I think it's the fact that Hjort's first instinct when crashing into a four-poster bed in an unknown realm of existence is, I'm gonna have to pay for that. Not where the shit are we?
He's used to
True.
it.
And the pants hanging from the antlers. That was
Oh, yeah,
brilliant.
that was good.
Yes.
That was a good touch.
After the first time that he got blamped out of somewhere naked from bathtubing, which I'm sure has happened, he keeps
Yeah.
all his stuff in his antlers when he's bathing, so he has it still on him.
Yes, I was the very mean DM that one time who blamped a bunch of you in and out of a literal spa.
Yes.
Mhm.
I mean,
Memories.
yes.
Oh dear. Oh, I guess it's me, right? So I'm going to say I actually liked just taking the clawing from Mrs. Claws when picking her up to prevent her from causing chaos. Just ouch.
Yeah, thank you for that.
No fighting back, just ouch.
I know that I wrote the character this way, but
Absolutely.
Oh,
All right, I just rolled a 4 in chat,
Ooh.
so I don't know who that would be.
Tali? Jack?
Yes.
Okay.
Excellent.
I wrote down a quote, tense drunk conga line.
Oh dear.
Yes.
That was delightful.
I'm gonna jump in before it gets stolen. It was kind of the centerpiece moment of the whole end of it there, but you jumping in to hold the book over the fire was
Mhm.
probably the smartest move anyone made all session. Where
Yes.
as soon as the realization of this thing values the book, you managed to
Yes.
instantly take what a bunch of, I believe, is a full party of negative int characters outside. And you managed to have the wherewithal to go, oh, hang on a minute, there is a very obvious solution here. And but no, you did it great though.
I'm going to build
Yes.
on that and say the construction of the contraption to make the destruction of the book faster if need be.
Mhm.
That's
Doing the-
amazing.
Doing the little slip where it's like, oh, I nearly dropped it.
Mhm.
Didn't. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Really, really love that.
oh, is my microphone working? Yes. Okay, sorry, my
Yes,
microphone
yay.
dropped out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's fun.
I tried to jump in first, but somehow no one's taking it. Thank you. If we hadn't had someone else with high, if there weren't two of you here with high int,
Would have taken a while.
I would have still been in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like the way I wrote my character was she is literally a cat that got personified somehow, and she's not overly happy about it.
Oh dear.
So yeah, thank you. I can't read.
Yeah. I just love the various
love Tali.
different moments where Tali just went, okay, this is fucked. How do we fix it? Looking for wall sconces or candlesticks or anything you could light at the start, to connecting the pieces, to finding the books, looking for stuff, like all of that. Especially in a situation that would be very, I think, frightening, because she had no idea what people were saying other than what was translated.
True.
Who are these flesh
smart, we love
things?
her.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's a Sweden?
Yeah.
Literally. What's a
Oh.
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's like
Great.
multiple planes of existence.
Oh yeah, we knew about
Oh.
that. We knew about that. Already.
Yeah.
It hasn't been. Oh wait, no, you go, and if you don't mention it, I'm mentioning it. I have
Who,
one more.
Me?
Yeah, huh?
Yes.
Slashing
Ah,
yourself.
Yeah, probably the book thing. That was a cool image. You know, just
Yeah.
that the ghost slowly apparating, because he's
Mhm.
like, "Oh, I've got no choice now." And it's just like, come on, and you know, like that's a solid shot from Pirates of the Caribbean. Probably one of the
Mhm.
best shots of the whole thing. He's like, "Oh," and everyone's like, as the thing goes down. So it's fun. Yeah.
And Kira Knightley's
Oh,
silly pirate.
I'll
Excellent.
A little bit
say
of shine matters to us. Why?
I need to give a special shout out to. I believe it's pronounced Hjort.
Yeah.
I was whatever. Yeah, Hjort. Yeah, there it is.
That was
Oh
really
dear.
That was also
Fun
excellent.
fact: in the Humblewood, giants have been named Hugemans because they're huge
Excellent.
humans.
Yeah.
Because that's what my character named him. Anyway,
good.
yes, yes.
Excellent.
Thank you very much. I'm sufficiently flattered.
What are you down to?
3 now.
3. Someone roll a d3 in chat.
I'll try.
Do-do.
1.
Ooh, that is Hevler
Yeah.
then.
Uh,
The Hevler.
No.
To me.
I will immediately take the being like, I'm gonna catch Tali, it'll be fine. Not even taking into account the fact that you are just sharp sticks that would not be good to fall from 10 feet onto. You're like, no, I'll do it. That's exactly who Hebley is.
You know, every scene in a movie where someone falls without a parachute and their fall gets broken by all the tree branches in a row?
Yeah.
It's just speed running that.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Problem
I'm going
solved.
to say.
Tali will
going
not
to
be reaching terminal velocity.
I'm going to say I really liked the. Oh dear. I really liked the use of your feature, the thing, where you
Yes.
able to
Yeah.
find, like
The
actually managing to
castigation,
pull it
yeah.
off. Yeah, that's the word.
Oh, yeah.
Actually managing to pull it off was amazing.
Oh, thank you.
So yes, I'm glad you committed.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm
As
glad
was-
you're going to be around to take advantage of that. Wait, are you staying?
Nope.
Not tomorrow, unfortunately. I'm not on the list.
Oh no!
Oh dear, you'll have to find him all by yourselves. Well, actually,
The
he'll
brand.
he'll come back for the book, so. That's ready.
Yes. Yes. The brand was really good, so you're gonna have to give me a second to think about another particularly cool thing
That's
because
fair.
I was
I'm
totally gonna
tired
do
as
that one.
balls.
I am thief.
Yeah, it was really cool. I also need to think of something new.
Hey, dude.
I think let me check.
Evelyn's quick reaction when Holly got blood on the ghost was pretty dope. Like,
Yeah.
boom, there it is. And then it's behind you.
Well, thank you.
I guess I'll add on to the brand thing where you were like really concentrating on it, like you were like you kind of leaned into the added mechanic that Vaesen gave, and you made your character like like really holding on to it, which probably wouldn't have been too pleasant, I imagine. Like as a blood hunter, just
Probably not.
kind of
No.
like sticking a fork in your leg and wrapping it around a little, just like fuck.
Pescetti.
Yeah.
Adding to using blood hunter skills, the what's the first one?
Oh, grim
with the-
psychometry.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
grim psychometry with the book and such. I'm so happy that you got to do that, because how else would I? Yes, it would have been a lot harder trying to like explain the whole thing or give you clues about the whole thing.
Yeah.
I had it worked out because I forgot about that you have that, but this was
made it
much
easy.
easier.
Excellent. I'm very glad.
Amazing.
It's like, no, he can just look back in time.
Yeah.
So, is the guy that looks like the butler related to the butler, or is that just a freaky deaky coincidence? Or are you not going to tell me because of spoilers?
You had. Well, you haven't figured it out yet,
Valid.
so I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah, fair.
I'll take
As
it.
for myself, it was a silly thing, but I enjoyed doing the little like what is it? Very obvious trying to be sneaky. I think we've gone into planar to the rest of the group. It was a stupid thing, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
It was.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
Yes. Yeah.
Hevler's,
Alright.
Hevler's like a fun character to have around because he is A, entertaining, and B, just has some sick abilities. It's a really cool class, Blood Hunter.
Yeah.
He has some fun stuff, and I try to balance out all the grim by sticking it on a dumb pile of sticks.
He's just a
Yes.
dude.
I'm a big fan of the big classics. We've just been raided by Hero for Life.
Raiders.
Oh,
Hello,
Hello,
guys.
welcome on in.
let's go. Thank you.
We're finishing up soon, but we will take you away to
Hello.
someone else also very entertaining, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
So who
All
do we
right,
have
so
left? Mrs. Claws or
me.
the DM?
So it's a D2 in chat. So exclamation point roll space 2.
Roll space 2.
Maybe one of our new friends want to do it.
Ouch.
Careful.
Huh?
I'm just being
Mauled.
de-haired by a ferret. It's fine.
He's helping.
Yeah, if any of our raiders
This
want to
is-
type that in and roll.
This
You're
is
welcome to do
not
so.
helping. This is painful.
He's helping.
Bad kitty, naughty kitty, get off Terris.
He's
Wait,
helping.
is this the cat or the ferret? I'm losing
Ferret.
track.
This is the ferret that is pulling my arm hairs out.
Astarion, stop it. Stop pulling on Terris's arm hair. It's very rude.
No.
Name checks out.
Astarion.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Keeps trying to bite you, so yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
hey.
It's not biting.
Stop
He's just grooming me.
That's not better.
Joink, joink, joink. Yes. All right. Well, if no one else wants to roll, we can take that.
We got
dice
to.
roll. Yeah, we got a 2 in
Take
chat.
that one.
So it's the DM.
Oh,
Ooh.
me.
Excellent.
Hey, Ardanna. Hey, I love you.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's my favorite DM.
I really appreciated kind of how well you were mashing the two systems.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because, like, honestly, the first picture, we'll put Vaesen and D&D together, I'm like, well, I'm glad I don't have to work out how that's going to go.
Yeah.
But, like, the way you adapted the system, the way you dropped us into the world,
Yes.
it all felt really smooth and,
Smooth.
like, logical.
Mhm.
It wasn't-
Amazing.
Yeah. It was really well done. You should be very proud of yourself.
I'm going to say I really liked that you didn't just give us the yes, common is Swedish or common is English or whatever.
Yeah.
It is some of us speak Sylvan, one of us speaks Draconic, and we have to
Both tell
translate.
lies.
Yes. What?
One of
I
us
love
only
that.
speaks common. The other one.
Yes. I
One of
understand.
us
that.
only speaks Swedish.
You must answer our riddles 3 in both languages.
Oh no.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed a lot of that. I think also I want to throw out there, I think I particularly enjoyed the way that you handled some of our more unfortunate roles, specifically sort of through the lens of we had a real sort of stretch through the middle there where I know Tali took a few runs at trying to figure out like why he was targeting people, and then we also had a few roles that were dedicated towards like trying to find him in the room and trying to do whatever. And I think you struck a good balance between giving us opportunities to sort of like maybe give it another shot once something had developed or once we'd like seen more evidence, without it feeling like you were just going, just try again, you'll get it this time, like roll again, roll. Like it didn't feel like you were just sort of going, just keep going until you get it. There was like a balance there, which was well handled given we had a pretty unlucky streak in the middle there.
Yeah.
Indeedy.
Yes.
I liked the way you describe Algot every time I hear about him. Like, he's just like, yes, welcome. And here's your food. You're boring me now. I have things to do. Even though there's no one here, I would rather not be with you. So
Very busy and important.
Kicking the ball. I mean, how busy can he be? There's no one home.
Just because I'm the butler doesn't mean I don't have taste.
So I like that joke in the inside of my head is just basically like, I actually have nothing to do. I just find you all quite distasteful and I would like to leave.
And he's right.
Aww.
Excellent.
Well, at least for some of us. I'll actually, if it's okay, jump in with an actual one. Which is like, obviously I love you's up there, but I appreciated how you balanced shenanigans with gameplay storytelling, because it was very much a situation where I'm like, I need to figure out something to do with Mrs. Claus because she doesn't have any brains. I think she might have sold them some fish or something, because like
I believe it.
And I was like, I need to, because that's why I wandered down to the kitchen with him. I was immediately like, oh, flour. But like, if the ghost comes. So yeah, I appreciated you balancing the shenanigans. And yeah, it was very,
I like
fun.
shenanigans in my games. So
Yes.
Good kidding.
And I love that.
Yes. Don't stand on my phone.
Have you done a self moment, Ardanna?
No.
I have not. I had a lot of fun adapting D&D to Vaesen. Vaesen is by far my favorite system to run in, and it was fun to bring in all of these characters that are very distinctly Vaesen by this world's standards.
Yeah.
I think the one that would the most closely actually get away with, oh no, I'm totally not one, is Sprinkles. But she still have very elven features. So that was a lot of fun. And like you said, balancing that whole, because nothing sucks more than characters in a investigative game not rolling well. So I was just waiting for you guys. Okay, change something so I can give you another roll. And you did. And I was like, yes, you can try again. Awesome.
Yay.
Yep.
Please, for the love of God, try again.
Yeah. And it was like, okay.
Do something different.
Yeah. Just change something significant so I can allow you to roll again. And you did, and it was brilliant, and I loved it, and I will definitely. But yeah, I love Vaesen. I love investigations, like investigation games, mystery games, all that fun stuff, and I had a great fun. And we shall see what happens tomorrow when 3 other
New friends
players come in.
Indeed.
And then we shall see.
Got one more person to do too.
No, we must flatter Mrs. Claus.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Flower done.
Yeah,
And I
I
could've
was
gotten
like,
away
someone's
with
gonna
it
say
too.
it. There was also the wonderful overreaction to the book falling.
She
Just
did
like-
not overreact.
There was no overreaction. I don't know what you're talking about.
We were lucky that she didn't overreact, otherwise the house would have burnt down. We've been through.
True. Yes.
That was a perfectly
the,
normal and natural reaction. to
Mrs.
a
Claus
single
is
book.
perfectly understandable, completely within her rights reaction.
Yeah, thank you.
Completely normal reaction. No overreaction to be spoken of.
No, absolutely not. Nope, none.
Yep, no, it was totally called for.
I think there was also some totally justified clawing of ankles.
Yep.
Non-lethally.
Yeah, I also really enjoy the absolutely completely normal rainbow kitty.
Oh, that was my one.
That was Hjort's fault. Yeah.
Yeah, but you actually sitting still for that?
Oh no, I just assumed Hjort kind of like dumped that in the corner and she just rolled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Okay, that's fine.
gave
Yeah.
you the things because I thought maybe you'd want to throw them at the ghost.
No, I'm gonna throw me at the ghost.
I see.
Tracks.
I mean,
Absolutely.
no, that was great.
Yeah. You had a lot of good moments tonight. I think actually I'm gonna say near the very beginning upstairs, because again it's been like a running gag across every time Mrs. Claus and Hjort have worked together in a party that he doesn't understand that Mrs. Claus can turn into a cat because he's never seen it happen. And so he thinks that you are
He
two
still
separate
won't.
creatures. And so when you chose to word, when someone asked about it, when you chose to word it as if you see a cat, refer to it as Mrs. Claus, gave me a nice little sort of alley-oop to set up there of him confirming his suspicions and going, oh, so you are separate. And just, I watched the like pause, mouth open slightly. Yes. Oh, that was very good.
Like, okay, I know that you think this now. How problematic can I be?
All the
Like,
problems.
Mrs. Claus is not going to get the blame for anything that she does to Hepler now.
Oh no.
But yes, it was very good.
Oh God, Mrs. Claus did so many fun things. Shit. Which one? Because the one I wanted was the rolling in the die. But I'm going to say being able to be called back by Hjort giving her fish, basically. You know, and the whole description of, you know, slightly less yowling as Hjort's talking her down, basically. I liked that little interaction between us. I thought it was great.
Yes, I did like that very much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was just good fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you done a self moment?
Oh shit. Yes. I have to agree with Jack. I think I was very proud of the flower. I was like, holy
The
fuck, I'm
flower
gonna
was
make a real
brilliant.
life ghost, guys.
That was excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, when you said flower, my first reaction was not, I'm gonna dunk the whole ghost in it. My first reaction was, Mrs. Claus is rolling in flour. I hope she doesn't try to saturate the library with it.
She is
I
making
didn't
such
try.
Just happened.
No,
I
th-
succeeded.
I wasn't really thinking making a mess. I was thinking saturating the air with powder, with a burning fireplace.
Yeah, no,
there.
that's why I was like, I'm just gonna run in there and I'm gonna jump at this thing and hope for the best.
Oh dear.
Because I just imagined this whole cat just causing the whole library to explode
Mhm.
in a firing
No, that's
like a
gonna happen.
powder
It's gonna
fire.
be intentional. But like, I like to
Oh.
imagine that the ghost didn't just have some flower blotches on it. I like to imagine that it had like a cat-shaped like spot print on it, where she's like jumped at it, hit it
Probably
once,
one of them.
bounced off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh, All right, I think that is
Absolutely.
everyone sufficiently flattered, I trust.
Yes.
To our lovely audience, we will be back same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow to do part 2 and the final part of this Candlekeep Vaesen D&D crossover haunting business, which is very lovely. Before we go, let us quickly whip around. People can introduce themselves, and then we will go for a raid. So let us start with Zach, please.
Ah, well, yes. Hi, I'm Zach, or the Renegade Chicken. New round of antibiotics starting next week. If you see me again, you'll know they won't have worked. I will be either here or on the Lawrights channel the next time you see me, I imagine, because I'm always one of those two places. Unless we wind up on Jack's at some point. And I may need to chat to him about that, because I do enjoy a good bit of Call of Cthulhu.
Zach's out here
anyway.
like I will spread the infection.
Yep. But anyway, insinuations aside, see you guys next time.
Send me a
Jeff,
PM, bro.
Yes!
Will do.
Yes.
Yes.
I have solved it.
Oh, I thought you said yes. I'm doing fine. I thought we were
Almost
just saying,
there.
I thought we were just agreeing, and I was like, woo! I am Jess. I was Mrs. Claws. I will be Mrs. Claws again in the future. You won't know where, you won't know when. Hope something doesn't bite you on the ankle. This session I made a fuck ton of earrings.
Amazing.
Good. And bit people on the ankle. So I had a great time.
You did
I
do
had
that.
lots and lots of fun. So thank you guys very much for having me.
Amazing.
I think I killed Ardanna.
I just had an image in my mind of a half orc doing the caterpillar and biting people's ankle.
That's good.
Hey guys, I have a
have
new
concerns.
idea.
I have concerns.
Speaking of being
Tiffany,
bitten
what?
by things, Terris, tell us about
hello.
yourself.
Hello, I am Sir Terris, your friendly neighborhood ferret. Today I have been playing Hjort. I do not stream myself, but I am found often on the Lawrights channel, sometimes over here, and anywhere else D&D or other TTRPGs are played, and I am welcome. So, that is me.
Amazing. Ardanna.
Hello, I am Ardanna, or Joe, or you there. I'm the GM and channel runner over at the Lawright, and today I was the GM here. And
Certainly will.
yeah, I pop up where I'm welcomed, and sometimes people regret that decision. Most of the time they don't. Yay!
Hashtag. Oh, and Jack.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jack Squarepeg. You can find me on all the social media garbage with the same name. I'm predominantly streaming on Twitch and then on YouTube. I have two big shows going on at the moment. One is Trouble Over Yonder, which is Call of Cthulhu cowboy nonsense. It's John Carpenter's The Thing meets Good, Bad, and the Ugly. It's a good time. And the other is coming out next year. It's going to be A Time to Harvest, which is a campaign you can play. It's in a book. It's very accessible for new keepers. It's 1930s Arkham. Everyone's playing a student, and if you know Arkham and if that sounds familiar to Batman fans, that's because they stole that for the asylum from the town. Miskatonic University is also very common. Also, the Necronomicon. That's where it comes from, and that is
Hey.
where the book is in the lore. So, will my players fuck with the Necronomicon? I don't know. Neither do you. You'll have to find out on the thing. Check it out.
Amazing. Lovely.
Hell yeah.
And I am Karen, sometimes known as the Mother of Bunnies, one half of the channel you are on, Corsairs Cove. I'm former writer and internet addict, and I don't think I'm on Candlekeep again, because we have 2 more sessions. We have tomorrow night and we have Friday, but I'm sure I will tenaciously squeeze myself in next to Josh towards the end to say goodbye and Merry Christmas to him. And yeah, and then we're going to take a little holiday and be back here with more exciting shiz. But thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Feel free to follow us on all the socials. Also, you can watch previous streams on YouTube, or you can come join us on our Discord where we just talk shit and have a good time. But yes, we'll be back tomorrow night with the lovely Ardanna DMing again to wrap this one up. We hope you can join us. And we're going to take you on a little raid to our good friend, the GM Workshop, who is not often streaming when we are live, so we take advantage of that and go have a visit. They are playing Celasta Crown of the Magistra. First playthrough.
Oh,
Ooh.
Pathfinder game, I think.
There is no way that I just went to
Research.
say, oh, Corsairs Cove's live, we could raid them. Guess where we are.
You're doing fine.
It's
We love you,
9
Jess.
a.m. I love you
Yeah.
too.
You guys are all amazing. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, both chatters and players, and our lovely DM. We wish you all the good vibes, and we hope to see you again very soon. So until then, which hopefully will be tomorrow, say goodbye, everybody.
Yay.
Goodbye.
I am
everybody.
Bye bye, dear.
Oh no, I've lost my
Bye-bye.
mouse. There we go.